I see. That's right, you guys. It's Wednesday, hump day. Let's do it. Let's wake up, wipe the coal out your eyes, whatever you got to do. Grab your coffee, your water, your tea. It's time to get into it, you guys. Trending topics, current events, and the health and wellness section. We here 6 o'clock, ready, bright and early, ready to do it. And I'm hoping you guys are having a fantastic morning because guess what? I am ready to get it popping, ready to get it going. And I'm telling you one thing right now, I feel good. I feel good all over. What's good, everybody? Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. We almost have both mics working this morning, but we're going to try again for tomorrow to make sure that we can have a real good audio situation going. Plus the two little typos, but you know what they say, you got to keep on going no matter what. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this camera straight, get this audio good and everything, you guys, and let me know if you guys can hear me. I was actually talking like that with hopes that somebody say that I can hear you. Where is my baddie? Where is my baddie Lynn when I need her? I swear I miss baddie. Where are you at, girl? I need you to come and get my sound checks again. Like I need y'all to let me know if you guys can hear me out there. You know, I talk so that I could know, you know. Okay, also, I guess you can hear me because somebody would have said we can't hear you. But anyway, come on in. It's time to do what we got to do. Why did Trump say that Iran will pay for dead U.S. soldiers? Thank you so much, Tony Wright. I appreciate you, Tony. I really appreciate that. I need to find out where Batty at because I need her to start getting up a little earlier to give me my sound checks. Anyway, we're here. It's Wednesday. It's time to get it on. Trending topics, current events, and much, much more. I've been doing my homework on the house over here, seeing what Massa done changed around. And boy, oh boy, did they change a lot. It's not just us. It's a lot of other channels that's dealing with the same situations, you guys. So guess what? Long as I'm educated now, we know what we got to do to get back in our spot. Okay, thank you as well, Miss Swanza. Hoping you guys stick with me on that because soon after a while, y'all start saying, what's up with the audio? Blah, blah, blah. When you really got to understand, I don't control those clips and they have nothing to do with me. Sometimes those audio clips go down in audio. I can't do nothing. What's that? We're all white today instead of green. Okay, cool. What else you guys got over here? Good morning from the Lake Greenwood, South Carolina. You know what we got to do? Let's get those prayers in the air. Want to pray for happiness. Want to pray for love. Want to pray for respect. Want to pray for health. Want to pray for your family as well as those animals as well. Your pets, because they're family too. Want to pray for Audrey. Got to pray for Angry. Miss Keisha. Audrey is in the building. Tony, can't forget about Nikki. I see we got, Miss Swans is in the building as well. Going to give her a prayer. Also, let's pray for Tony Wright. Can't forget about Winter Rising, Angels Among Us, Colessive. Can't forget about Terry, also 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy. Can't forget about Luigi as well. Can't forget about Sam Champion, Mark Dorfman, also Jeffrey Spilker, all of our family members and all of our gloves in here, you guys. Let's get it done. And of course, can't forget about Kendra Walker and Liberty and Justice and Casey Ramos. You guys, let's get it. It's almost time to get this show started. Time to say I'm ready to go. Jack Welsh, I got you in the building. Got you, Nikki, too. And I'm hoping everybody has a safe and a fantastic morning. Let's get into this show. Amen. It's time to do it, you guys. Let's go. I almost know it's almost time. Let me see. What time is it? Almost. Let me get a little sip of this water. Me, 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 me. Nothing like some fresh water, right, guys? Let's get it. It's time to get to this work. Okay. Are you ready? Not yet. Still got a couple more seconds, you guys. Thank you for being the first sponsor, Angels. Oh, somebody got some sponsors already. I like a sponsor too. Let's go, you guys. Let's start smiling and have a good morning. I like that. That was a good one right there. We got Brad Pitbull's in the building. Audrey's up in here as well. I don't know what's going on with this watch, but maybe this time I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Whoa. And we wind it up. Boo, 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 boo. Wind it up, boo, 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 boo. See, wind it up, my little exercise, because it's 6 o'clock somewhere. I think it's 6 o'clock here. Let's see if we can throw this wave and start this show. Boo, 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 boo. Come on, let's start the show. They're ready to go. Come on, it's time to start the show. Come on, man, let's go. You've been slow this morning. You, okay. Olay. Don't play. Oh, we gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those. It's Wednesday the 22nd. That's right, y'all. 2026. Said I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. That's right, you guys. It's Wednesday, hump day 22nd. I think we got about 8 more days to the end of this month and time to pay those bills again. We know what it is. How come the time flies so fast? You know who really experiences that? The people that have to pay those bills. That's us, you guys. But guess what? Let's get ready for a good show. We need to find out what's going on in the news with trending topics, current events, and much, much more. That's what you came here for, to find out what's happening, right? So we're not even going to play around. We're going to get right into it. You know what I'm going to say, right? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I'm going to ask you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. I'd love to see those flags flying back and forth. Also, let's see what those gas prices are at the same time as we're putting the state right next to it. Let me know what those gas prices are and what state, city, or country you're at. I want to know if those gas prices are going up. Also want to know what those milk prices are too, because that kind of reflects when it comes to the gas as well as what's going on in those supermarkets. We're going to keep on moving forward right now. I'm going to ask you guys, let's just stay on topic. This way we have a really good report going on inside of that chat. And without any further ado, let's get into these titles. And we got 2 typos that we got to fix on the fly. We got Trump. Why did Trump say that Iran will pay for the dead U.S. soldiers? It's kind of obvious, right? And I got to say, it's not 2 anymore. It seems to be 3 of them now. One of them actually was trying to detonate one of those drones, and it didn't go well, and when he lost his life trying to do so. So yes, we have massive prayers going out to the soldiers and the fighters out there on the front lines fighting for the country. Let's keep on moving forward, because what else do we have here? Here comes one of those typos. Let's go. Why has the FDA, not FGA, the FDA doubled down on the contamination outbreak despite the false positive? Even though they found out that it came from one location, the FDA is still not ruling out more possibilities where the farm had sent food to, and we're going to get into that video as well. We're talking about the lettuce that has been that was found to be contaminated with the cyclosclerosis virus. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Last typo, but let's finish. Who is the man who has been arrested for setting off the incendiary devices? You guys saw it here. We showed you 2 different angles yesterday of this lunatic who was throwing bows in the front of the FBI building. Now we're going to get a little bit more in-depth information and see if we can actually find out who this person was. We have that plus a lot more trending topics, current events, and much, much more for you this Wednesday morning, the 22nd of July. So you guys, you know what I'm going to say. Grab your water, your tea, and your 55 Coffee House from Lisa Roy, and let's do our thing, you guys. We got to get into some breaking news right now. There's been a lot of claims of undocumented people being able to vote in our cities and our states. But every time somebody says something about it, oh, that's not true, that's not happening, it seems as if they've actually found some truth in the matter right now. Let's get on over to New Jersey and see what's going on with this, as they found out that over 6,000 undocumented people were able to vote, as well as as well as be able to vote through the, what is that? The DMV. That's how they were able to get their voter registration and then went on to actually vote. Over 6,000 people in Jersey. Let's figure this out and see what's going on with this alert that's coming in. Okay, if we can get some audio, that'd be beautiful. Now let's go back and let's start it again.
This breaking just a moment ago, New Jersey's Democratic governor, Mickey Sherrill, says that some 6,000 non-U.S. citizens were actually registered to vote in the state's motor vehicle system. Eric Sean has some breaking details right here in the New York newsroom for us. Eric, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Jillian, it turns out that thousands of non-citizens were added to New Jersey's voter rolls, and some even voted because of a computer glitch. But now the state says it's trying to clean that up. New Jersey's governor, Mickey Sherrill, says that a software error in the state's motor vehicle system led to about 6,600 people who are not citizens being registered as Garden State voters when they applied for a driver's license. She says even though the applicants answered no on the license and also state ID card application forms, well, the computer registered yes as citizens.
So even though they checked off no that they're not citizens, the computer registered them as being citizens. Then after that, some of them actually went and voted.
She says it all happened under the previous administration of Democratic Governor Phil Murphy, and she's ordered the illegal voters be removed from the rolls.
It's unacceptable that the vendor released software with such a glaring error. It's unacceptable that the MVC took a year to get this issue fixed. And it's unacceptable that no one in the previous administration brought this to light, demanded accountability, or took action when it happened years ago.
Well, the investigation says it found less than 400 of those who were improperly registered actually did vote. And of those 400, they were registered in all the parties. They were Democrats, Republicans, and unaffiliated voters. They were registered over a one-year period from June 2023 to 24, and elections held during that time, well, they included the state legislature, municipal contests, school board elections in 2023, as well as in 2024, the U.S. Senate, congressional races, and the presidential election, which Kamala Harris won by more than 250,000 votes. And Sherrill herself was elected as governor last year, and she won by nearly 500,000 votes.
What about any previous elections, Audrey? Far from harmless says not. Yeah, what we got, that's wicked. Also, just state, mind you, they're making voting a joke. Okay, what you got harmless? You know what wouldn't have mitigated immigration reform like amnesty and faster, proper documental hearings. What else you got? Who caught the error? Okay, other states. There you go, David. Now we're thinking. And this is one here. I'm not even going to speak about, you guys. This is one. Oh man, how, when, where, what the hell was he thinking about? Okay, you guys, we're going to try to play this one safe as possible. Probably not supposed to be doing it, but you know what? I'm going for it, man. We got to do what we got to do over here and keep it funky. We got a pow man that's out there. He went locomotive and basically went crazy in Nevada. Pow went in front of people's houses. Pow went everywhere until the police came and got him. All of a sudden, at the end of it, wasn't alive anymore. Check this out. Let's go.
Tonight, a gunman opening fire, unleashing multiple rounds in this North Las Vegas neighborhood, randomly firing as he appears to roam the streets. Doorbell cameras capture the shirtless man with what police say is an AR-15. Look as he walks down the street Sunday pointing his gun, even knocking at a front door. He crouches down on this porch to take aim.
All right, that's it for that. Then we're going to go over here and show the police coming in. We're going to cut this short.
Police say the suspect resisted their attempt to take him into custody, and once apprehended, he became unresponsive, adding they believe he was impaired. The gunman was later declared dead at a hospital. A chilling end, sending
Yeah. Nevada, craziness. Let's keep on going. We're going to double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys. Let's get on over to Washington because Trump says that as far as Iran, they're done. And basically what he has done was he's being nice, if you believe it or not. We're actually being nice because if he really wanted to, he could have really set it off on the left, y'all. That's what he said. That's what he's saying. Let's go.
We left today, it would take them decades to rebuild, and I don't believe they could ever rebuild. And honestly, they haven't seen anything yet. We've been nice. We've been nice.
Haley Bullis, Scripps News. Thank you for the question. Do you believe that Iran has moved nuclear centrifuges into Pickaxe Mountain? And when you say we're not done yet, what is left to finish?
Well, I think that they may have. We don't have it on record. All we do is read the fake news. You know, maybe this one they have right, but it's okay. It doesn't mean anything unless they have the material. You're talking about the centrifuges. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything unless they have the material. They don't have. We follow the material. That's where the action is, and we'll be hitting that area probably pretty soon. And it's not a thing they can do about it.
He said at this point, there's nothing that they can do about it. He said even if we tell them what we're going to do, there's not too much that they can do to defend themselves.
Yeah, normally I wouldn't say that.
We're talking about a regime that went from sending out 100 missiles a day to now less than 10 missiles.
If I thought they could do something about it, I would never say that. But we'll be hitting that area pretty soon, and very heavily.
This is probably why they're actually talking about doing this as well, because of the soldiers that we actually lost too and what was going on. So we got some developing new stuff coming out of Iran, where it's basically an attack that raises stakes on Trump as he threatens revenge for the soldiers who were killed. Boy, does my thumb feel much better right now. Boy, I'm telling you, this right here, woo, this garlic water ain't no joke. Used to let the mic smoke. Probably don't smell that good. After a while, you can tolerate it as far as the smell goes. But man, as far as for my circulatory, I feel good right now. That's all I've been using was the garlic water, you guys. 1 clove of garlic, you crush it, let it sit for 10 minutes. That's what makes it get all potent and everything. And you put it inside a cup of water and you drink that water, 1 a day. Let's keep on going. Let's see what's going on here.
President Trump is warning Iran that every U.S. soldier death will be avenged as he weighs the next steps in the war following a 10th consecutive night of strikes.
Our chief foreign correspondent, Trey Hicks, joins us live now from Tel Aviv. Trey.
I want the natural, JRH. I want the natural, bro. I don't mind going and, you know what I'm saying, go up the block to get the little garlic cloves and everything. I actually like the taste, believe it or not. I ain't kissing nobody.
Yeah, hey guys, good morning. Another heavy night of U.S. strikes against Iran. This was the 10th consecutive night of strikes aimed at degrading Iran's ability to threaten vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. Central Command released a statement saying, since early May, CENTCOM forces have helped to facilitate the transit of approximately 900 commercial vessels and 450 million barrels of crude oil. They went on to say American forces remain postured and prepared to hold Iran accountable for unwarranted aggression towards civilian mariners seeking to freely and openly transit the strait. Early this morning, Iran attacked another tanker off the coast of Oman, forcing the crew to evacuate the vessel.
And they're doing this because the strait has already been taken away from them. There is a blockade there that they really can't defend themselves directly to. So now they got to do alternate means to try to mess with other stuff like the Red Sea and other areas. You know what that means, right? Egypt. All other sorts of people going to start to get at them now because now you're messing with they do.
According to maritime tracking groups. This does come after President Trump issued a new warning to the regime about killing American forces in the Middle East. The commander-in-chief said, quote, every time Iran kills an American soldier, they will pay for that killing many times over. Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson was asked this week about the possibility of U.S. forces entering Iran. This was his response.
They will face the consequences. I believe there are people in those very areas, and they are not few in number, who are counting the moments until they can welcome them.
The comments come. As the Wall Street Journal reports that Iran moved nuclear centrifuges into Pickaxe Mountain, an underground facility next to the Natanz nuclear site. The report, based on Israeli intelligence, is the latest to focus on this site. President Trump indicated last week to Fox News he is considering new strikes against the facility. We're also tracking developments with the Houthis in Yemen. This is one of Iran's largest proxies. And according to initial
I thought they got rid of the Houthis with the last few attacks. What do you mean? They done regrouped the Houthis? Man, Houthis and the blowfish. Y'all really trying to regroup? Let's keep on moving forward. I had enough of Iran. I hope you guys did. Because now we got to get on over to Washington, where this man right here was an innocent bystander. And we reported this story. You remember a couple of months ago where this innocent bystander was walking in front of the White House. Somebody else did something stupid and pow. They took him out, but the innocent bystander got hit by a stray, came in from the Secret Service. Guess what? He wants the dough. He's not playing around, and he's talking about cash rules, everything around me. I'm going to need $25 million. $25 million is what he's asking for, you guys. Come on. That's right. The bystander that was hit by that stray, he want 5 on it, but put a 2 in the front and a whole bunch of millions on top of that. Let's go. This is the guy right here who was hit by the stray. The guy in the middle, of course.
I think we can wrap.
The United States Secret Service is a highly trained and highly effective organization. With that being said, they are trained to identify and neutralize targets without hurting or injuring civilians.
So yeah, $25 million, you guys. Do you think he's asking for too much? See, the thing about those settlements, and you got to be...
Unfortunately, they fell well short of their training on May 23rd of this year when they injured Benjamin Del Rio, who's sitting to my right here. You can see here, the White House is over here, and their intention was to take photos. Right around here, and he's been rehabilitating and trying to...
That's him over there, my bad.
...get his health back. But he, make no mistake about it, faces a very uncertain future in terms of his health, in terms of his career, and in terms of how he's going to be doing for the rest of his life. So, why are we filing? We're seeking 2 different things here for the Secret Service. We want answers and we want accountability. Benjamin noticed that an individual took out a gun and started firing toward a Secret Service outpost.
What I am familiar with is the recovery process, and that's been difficult in the sense that, you know, I've had part of my digestive system removed, and the implications of that are still uncertain at this time.
Wait a minute now, that's a little bit different. Part of your digestive system removed? Yeah.
I'm without a doubt concerned. I enlisted a year and a half ago, and it's been one of the greatest journeys that I've taken thus far in my life, and I'm concerned with the ability to be able to perform the job that I signed up to do.
All right, you guys, $25 million. I didn't know about that part about the digestive system. When you take it like that and you look at it like that, I don't know. Let's go. It seems like he's probably asking for the right amount of money. He's not paralyzed. He's opportunistic. Nah, man. They said they took part of his digestive system out. Don't got to be. Don't have to be. What do you call it for that one? That's a bad one right there. That's not good. That's not good. Digestive system. He don't have to be paralyzed. Digestive system is a good enough fight back, a pushback for that. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now I don't want to play this. I'm going to keep on moving forward back to this bystander. That matter of fact, why am I doing that? I think we played that twice. We got to get on over to. Matter of fact, do I have to freestyle? Let me know, because if I do, I will. I will freestyle it. I don't want to see no more of this Iran stuff at all. I had enough of that. So now we're going to get on over to these concerns that grow over, that's right, over Cuba. We got concerns that's growing over Cuba, and it deepens as their alliance with China starts to get stronger. What do you guys think about that? Cuba and China, stronger alliance. Everybody else don't want to rock with them and look out for them. So I guess they had to go with who was rolling with them.
And that's U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Michael Waltz, with me here last weekend on the rising threat Cuba's communist regime poses to America's national security. On Thursday, Secretary of State Marco Rubio told representatives from more than 60 countries gathered at a State Department summit in Washington that violent far-left political terrorism can no longer be denied and must be treated as a global threat. Rubio said networks of far-left extremists around the globe are in direct coordination with each other while partnering with foreign adversaries of America. Joining me now in the Sunday Morning Futures exclusive is Tennessee Senator.
Let's get on over to Canada real quick. We actually got the commentary on Rubio. We're going to bring that up. Let's go and get on over to Canada real quick because we got another situation where they reacting now. Remember yesterday Trump said he might put some tariffs on them or make them pay some money because of the wildfires? Well, you know, they had a little bit of, let's say a little bit of response yesterday as Canada basically says, instead of you talking and, you know what I'm saying, I'm tired of hearing a bunch of rubbish. How about help us out the same way we helped you out? Ooh, let's see you guys. Let's see what they talking about.
President Trump suggesting our neighbor to the north should pay for the smoky skies across the U.S. caused by Canadian wildfires. President Trump said he spoke with the Prime Minister of Canada about it at the World Cup last night. Listen.
Our air's been poisoned. I have a good relationship with Mark Carney, but you know, we got to stop the fires up there. If we can help them, we'll help them. But maybe they should pay us some damages or something, or we should do some tariffs. But it was terrible.
Doug Ford, the Premier of Ontario, responded just a short time ago. Listen to this.
Rather than criticize and threaten Canada, your closest friends, maybe one day you're going to need our help like you did last year, and we deployed the people. I get frustrated just listening to that bunch of rubbish.
Premier Doug Ford of Ontario is with us right now. Premier, thank you so much for joining us. It sounds like you're feeling frustrated with this situation right now, specifically after what the president said.
Well, I'm never frustrated.
What you said, WTF, go talk to Mexico, also El Paso. It's smoked out every other day.
With the American people, and I always differentiate between the American people, which I love, and the president. You know, this is beyond politics, our relationship, Wolf, and I know when neighbors need help, you go and support them, just like we did in Hurricane Helena. We sent over 50 utility linemen down there, trucks, I should say, over 100 utility linemen.
I think that's fair to say. You know, how about send us some help instead of, you know what I'm saying, riff them, you know? How about help us out? I think that's a fair request.
To support the people in the Carolinas and Georgia, we had our water bombers ready out west to support the California fires. Right now, I understand that and I had to triple check this figure, over 40,560 fires since January 1st of this year in the U.S. and burnt 3.9 million acres.
Jesus Christ. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Keep on getting this information to you so you guys can get out of here locked and loaded. Let's get on over to Washington because we got, let me ask you guys a question. And this is something that's really high on my level of concern. Hey, Jelena, where you at, Jelena? Bong, 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 bong. Let me explain something to you guys. I want to say this to a couple of different people here. I'll say it to 55, went to a couple of people. The sad part about our elections, our candidates, our lawmakers is, how can I say this? They suck. I mean, to tell you the truth, all of them. They all got something with them that's like, oh, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So we wind up having to pick the better of two evils. Why? How long has it been like that? And why does it have to be like that? That's my only question. We always wind up picking who we think is the lesser of two evils, or we got to be honest and you go with your party. I understand that. But the problem with that is they always have some S with them. And you guys know what I'm talking about. It's kind of funky. They always got some stuff with them. I don't know. It's like yes, yeah. So it's like, that's why I don't have a party. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not an independent. I'm not a, what do you call that thing? Congressive or whatever they want to call it. I normally get it right. I normally get it right. So when I do go out to try to, get in to start doing my thing as far as like to get into government, it's going to be hard to pick a party. I'm going to have to be out there independent, like, yo, it's your boy Boogotti NYC, y'all. Not even NYC, now it's Boogotti, and that's it. Like, I let them know my real name and get out there and do what I got to do and push the mission forward, you know what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is, the sad part about it is, there's certain things that certain parties are okay with, and that's why I can't rock with that party. Call me what you want. If you're okay with the BWC, that's cool with me. You could be down with the BWC. I don't mind you being down with the Broken Wristed Clique. No problem. As long as you don't push it on the kids. As long as you don't be doing all the sashaying and stuff in front of kindergartners. That's all I'm talking about. But if you rock with that, I can't rock with your people. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying if Hitler was on your basketball team. I'm like, yo, I can't rock with y'all like that because I don't rock with him. You feel what I'm saying? So don't get mad at me for not rocking with, because that one policy just, no pun intended, it just trumped the situation. And why I got my own little other things about other parties as well, which is why I stay neutral. This point I'm trying to make is, I want to ask you guys the question, and I think her name is Nancy Mace is about to ask the Smithsonian Museum about what's going on. And a couple of different people that has to do with a lot of educational areas. I want you guys to listen to this too. Are images of number sexual, I said, are images of number sexual fetishes appropriate for children? Huh? Are they appropriate for children? Stuff like that. The books, the bringing them into the classrooms, the shared bathrooms, and all of the sports, the women and men's sports. Men and women's sports. Can't rock with that. I just can't do it. All that he, she, her, they, I can't rock with that. I'm a 70s baby. I'm the dude that be like, yo, what's up, my guy? You chilling? Yo, you see them Knicks last night? I don't care about all that crap. You're going to have a meltdown messing with me because I want you to have a meltdown. Maybe you'll snap back into the right frame of mind. Let's get into this one question that's being asked, and I like the way it's being brought up and built. Let's get on over to some congressional conversations the way that I like them. I was about to have 2 or 3 of these going until I told myself to chill. Let's see what Nancy Mace has to ask the head of the Smithsonian about these images.
Mr. Nice from South Carolina.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Dr. Hartig, how many children visited the National Museum of American History last year?
Hi, good morning, ma'am.
Answer the question, how many kids?
Good morning, ma'am. Since we don't charge,
Are you the director of the museum?
She says she don't know how many kids went to the Smithsonian Museum last year because they don't charge.
Museum?
I am, ma'am.
Okay, and you don't know how many people visited the museum last year?
2 million.
How many of those were children?
Ma'am, I don't
Don't
have
even
those
know.
exact figures
Okay.
for you, but I'm happy to
do you
take
agree that educating children about American history is a core duty of the museum? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
And are images of sexual fetishes appropriate for children? Yes or no?
So, ma'am,
it's a simple.
Why they can't answer yes or no on questions like that when previously you just answered a question yes or no? What's the problem with that? What's the problem?
Yes or no? Or is sexual imagery, provocative sexual imagery, appropriate for kids? Yes or no?
Ma'am, we strive to represent all Americans.
You strive to represent queer, pedophiles, indoctrination, grooming of kids at an American History Museum. And it sounds like you're proud of it. You won't answer the questions, probably because you're ashamed. And as a woman, I really can't believe you will sit here today and you can't even admit that sexual imagery like this behind me, my staff tells me this little trinket around the penis, this is BDSM, in a setting where children are walking through. That's disgusting. Like, what kind of message are you trying to send to kids with BDSM imagery? What are you trying to tell kids? Are you sexualizing children? Is that what your motive is for the museum? Why?
So that's specific to peace.
And do you know how many kids get raped by adults every year in this country? This kind of thing, when you are dressing men up as women, drag queens, you're putting this kind of crap in front of kids, sexualizes them and makes them more vulnerable to people that want to rape them or abuse them. Or when we have men and women's settings that want to do harm to women. You talked about the girlhood exhibit and you didn't want to answer the chairman's questions earlier, but it was a diary featuring a 6-year-old. A 6-year-old that reads, everybody was talking about getting boobs in their period. I pray to God every night for my penis to grow.
Oh my God. Yeah, y'all. See, that's what I'm saying. You can't get mad at me for that. If you get mad at me for not rocking with people that's cool with that, I don't care. Straight up and down. If your party and your people are okay with that and y'all get mad at me for not rocking with y'all, that's on you. I do not care. Straight up and down. Period. That's it. Crazy. That's at the Smithsonian. Yes, you guys heard that? This is the Smithsonian. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Yes. Yes, I just showed you that was the head of the Smithsonian right there trying to defend, like somebody else says, trying to make herself come out looking good. Or you didn't think I saw your comment? Pay attention to everything that you guys saying out here. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to get on over to Philadelphia. Well, this Thunthadunt, we got to spell that correctly. Thunthadunt. The same way you got to spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious the right way, you got to spell Thunthadunt the right way. Because he's a man, he barricaded himself into a Winnebago in the Walmart in Route 38. He might still be in there. He's been in there for 12 hours already, y'all. Let's keep on. Let's go. Let's see what's going on over here. Philadelphia.
Breaking news right now in Burlington County. A man is barricaded inside a vehicle in the Walmart parking lot in Lumberton Township. You can see Skyforce 10 live over the scene. This is on Route 38. He's apparently been inside that vehicle since 11 o'clock last.
Mind you, I pulled this yesterday. He been in there longer than 11 o'clock. Thank you so much for the gifts, you guys, and I really appreciate you guys. I saw that turntable, that was fire. I like that. I like that and an uncle alert.
Tonight, officials are asking everyone to stay away from the area as their investigation unfolds.
Nah. You're wasting too much time, gas, and energy. You guys tell me if you agree with me right now. Here's what we gonna do. This is what we about to do. We're gonna go get a sealer or maybe a welder. We're gonna tell him, come on over here real quick. I want you to weld. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna spray paint all these windows black. And I'm nasty. Oh, I'm talking about you ain't gonna be able to see Jack once I'm done. We're gonna paint all those windows black, right? So he ain't gonna be able to see nothing going on. So he already gonna be scared, right? And I'm gonna have the welder at the same time while we painting all the windows black with the spray paint. We're gonna weld the door shut. Just weld them doors straight on shut, right? Bzz, bzz, bzz. Go ahead and weld them doors shut, right? So he can't even get out. Kind of like Sonny from Bronx Tale. Now you can't leave. Third thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take that big old hitch up off the back, whatever the hell that is. Gotta get that up off there because there's too much weight, too much dead weight. Then we're gonna beep, 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 beep. Bring in one of them big old flatbeds and we're gonna pull his ass on top of the flatbed, right? Ha ha, now we got you, right? So now we're gonna take his ass to the airstrip, one of those plane hangars, lock the doors, and wait up in there for him. You ready to come out now? I know that's a lot more work, but I ain't gonna leave him in no Walmart parking lot like that. Might come out blazing or something. I'm gonna take control of the situation and get you up out of there. Spray paint the windows, lock the doors, and pull you up out of there. Yeah, that's how we gonna do it, you guys. Let's go. Somebody said block the tires. Nah, that's how we, see how Nikki, I know you like my thinking, but that's how we gonna do it. That's how we gonna do it. What y'all think about that one? That's my idea. Anybody else got another one? Let's go for it. Whatever else you guys think about it, let me know what you think. Oh, you forgot about to cut the generator. Nah. Oh, we want him to try to do all of that. We want him to try to move. Because if we move, we're going to, because then again, you're right about that. Yeah, we got to cut the motor like that. Thank you, Mike Holmes. Cut the motor. This way he can't try to get up out of there. Cause all types of problems. Because I want to keep the air in the tires. That's very important. Because when you got a heavy vehicle like that, you don't want to be pulling it on rims. Why do I think about stuff like this? I don't know. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. But yeah, we would have had you up out of there hours ago, bro. Let's double tap that screen, get those likes up, because I think we're going to go ahead and give away some merch today. Where the merch at? Let's go ahead and pull some merch real quick. Let's see what we got over here. For the people, get the people what they want. Okay, I see I got some merch over here for them. Let's do it. Got a whole bunch in there. We got a whole bunch down there. So let's give away some merch today. See if you guys go ahead and get 300 likes going. Let's see. I got about 6 of these coming out today. That's going to be our bottom line keychains if we can get up to 300 likes some dramatic way. And if we can get up to 300 likes, we're also going to be sending out 6 of the our bottom line decals. That's right, you guys. That's 12 pieces, randomly selected people. All you got to do is email me after we reach 300. Where you going to email you at, Bugatti? That's right, bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Bridge, like the Brooklyn Bridge, this llc@gmail.com. I'm rooting for you guys to get up to 300. Now we got to get on over to something that we've been following. The Tate brothers, who are now fighting extradition to the UK, and they say that they're being politically charged. Do you guys think that they're being politically charged or what?
The Tate brothers are now fighting extradition after their arrest in Miami over the weekend. These controversial social media influencers are facing dozens of new rape and sex trafficking charges that have been brought by authorities in the UK. And
some very embarrassing charges, I'll be honest with you guys. For me, I know a lot of people have been brought up on these charges and did a lot of time for it. I would be massively embarrassed to get locked up for a charge like that, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Very embarrassed.
And that is on top of a separate case in Romania and a state criminal probe in Florida. Now, both Andrew and Tristan Tate deny any wrongdoing. Their lawyer says the latest arrests are political. Our next guest has reported on the Tate brothers for years from all over the world, with her latest piece for The New Yorker titled Andrew Tate's Empire of Abuse. I want to welcome investigative reporter Heidi Blake now for a deep dive on this. Heidi, thank you.
Sorry, Heidi. We don't do it like that. We keep it moving, talk about the top of the story, and we keep on flowing. Now I want to talk to you guys about this crazy lunatic right here, where I had to go back 5 years. For some reason, I know that they say, we should keep news current. That's not true. In order to understand the future, you gotta really know what's going on from the past. You guys know that, right? We got to understand our past to understand the future. I want you guys to see what's going on currently right now, in this moment. We got a situation where a survivor details Jeffrey Epstein's abuse that began during, understand that one word, during his jail time. You guys do remember he was getting work release, right? And when he was getting work release, he was supposed to be going to work. Did you know that for 2 hours or 4 hours a day, certain police officers were allowing him to go to his home where there were people waiting and things were going on there? Come on, you guys, check this out. Let's double tap that screen, get those likes up. Let's open this up. We got a survivor that details the abuse that began during his jail time.
So it is so about this. I thought I'm going to die if I do.
Rosa Gillis was an 18-year-old model from Uzbekistan when Jeffrey Epstein abused her for the first time.
He gives me his foot, and I'm looking at his foot, and it has an ankle monitor on. It's a plastic thing wrapped around his foot.
He has an ankle monitor on when he gave her his foot.
With a black box on it, with a blinking light, right? And I go, what is this? And he flips around, and he goes, take off your shirt.
The first assault happened in the summer of 2009 when Epstein was serving jail time for soliciting prostitution from a minor. He was allowed to spend many hours outside of jail at his office.
And then I figured it all out. He's currently serving his sentence while he's doing the same thing to everybody else. And nobody's there to oppose.
She says she was abused by Epstein every weekend after that, and that the abuse then continued for years in New York City. Saddled with debt to the modeling agency that Epstein had helped finance, Rosa says that she didn't think her nightmare would end until Epstein died.
I ran around New York City as a child, trying to get an STD to kill a pedophile.
She was trying to get an STD. so that she can give it to him.
Because I didn't believe the government would ever stop him. That wasn't my job to stop him.
Rosa shared her story with CNN for the first time after the Justice Department failed to redact her name and release years of correspondence between her and Epstein.
I'm nowhere close to be close to be mentally capable of talking about this. And it was so wrong for the government not to protect me.
Rosa now lives in the Midwest and works as a coach and trainer.
I hope somebody hears my story and finds themselves in the same place, would reach out.
Zorro, the music and nothing has anything to do with it. That's what they decided to edit in. The truth of the matter is what happened to her. And people that think that everybody's lying, I wonder about them. We got thousands of people that are making up that are saying these things about this man. And then we got people in the comments that's really saying it like everybody's lying. How could everybody be a liar, Zorro? I really want to ask you that. They're so dumb. You automatically know, besides the fake crying, obviously the piano music, that's how dumb they are. How were they dumb, bro? Like, that don't make no sense. Neither are the ones watching it, babe. What are you talking about? At least you're smart enough to know that. What are you talking about, man? You make no sense. Can somebody get him out of here, please? Because you're making absolutely no sense. I don't even want to give you the strength to walk over there and get rid of you. That's how much of no sense you're making. Let's keep on moving forward and double tap that screen. Now you want to know what year this was going on and what was going on. Let's put a little bit of history on top of this situation. Because I like when people try to say, everybody's lying. They're just trying to get money. They a freak. Come on, man. Thousands of people lying now. Let's get on back and get this video that we pulled from 2000 and I think this is 2008 to be exact, of Jeffrey Epstein's people basically solidifying and verifying everything that the woman just said. So Zorro, since you can't probably comment anymore, you might want to check this out.
Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office launched an internal investigation just one day after Contact 5 reported on the privileges granted to Jeffrey Epstein while he was on work release. Sheriff Rick Bradshaw says that his office will be looking into whether deputies assigned to Epstein's work release violated any agency policies. Contact 5 investigator Sam Smink first broke this story. She's joining us once again live tonight with what happens next. Sam?
Sheriff Rick Bradshaw was the one who granted Jeffrey Epstein's work release, allowing him to leave his jail cell 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. He's now investigating his own deputies.
Oh, so the sheriff granted Jeffrey Epstein work release for 12 hours a day, but the sheriff investigated his own deputies. Why?
From being picked up in a limo to making visits to his own Palm Beach mansion, its details Contact 5 was the first to tell you after pouring through 464 logs of deputies who worked Epstein's detail from 2008 to 2009. These logs show Epstein was taken to his home 9 times over a 10-month period during his work release. Deputies provided security outside while he was inside the home, sometimes for 1, 2, or 3 hours.
Okay, so he was supposed to be going to work release, but the deputies were riding him, driving him to his home, where sometimes he was in there for 2, 3, maybe 4 hours. You guys see when these things were probably happening and why these deputies are now being brought up and why the sheriff was looking into them? This is an old video. Let's keep on going.
But according to Epstein's work release permit, a permit we got from PBSO, it only shows an address for his office, meaning that it appears it was the only place he was allowed to go. We're still waiting on clarification from PBSO. We started digging deeper into Epstein's time outside of his cell after Bradley Edwards and it...
Hold on a minute. Didn't she say he handed me his foot and he had an ankle monitor on it too? Won't you be on house arrest on ankle monitor if you're on, if you're able to go on work release? Okay, let's keep on going.
An attorney for one of Epstein's alleged teen victims claimed Epstein had sex while on work release at his office building in West Palm Beach.
No, no. Are you serious? Zorro, where you at? Zorro, come on.
PBSO disputes this claim. We asked PBSO whether an outside agency should be investigating whether any of the deputies' actions violated policy. They told us outside agencies don't investigate internal policy. Jack Scarola has represented some of Epstein's victims since the first allegations in 2005.
When the allegations are allegations of impropriety against the sheriff himself, there is great reason for concern that this will not be an adequate investigation.
Oh, you mean when the sheriff has to investigate himself, that means like he might not turn everything over because he's probably embarrassed the fact that he's the one that assigned these people? Okay, y'all, let's keep on moving forward. But I want to bring this down real quick to show you guys something. I got to prove what I'm talking about. 1.2K views, PBSO, WPTV News, 7 years ago. 7. All right, let's keep on going, y'all. I don't be playing when I do this. I might as well be a detective online when it comes down to doing this. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. I really would appreciate seeing you guys get some merch coming out today. I want to put some envelopes together where 6 of these are in an envelope and 6 of these are in an envelope. That's 12 pieces, but you guys got to get those likes up to 300. And if you appreciate the show, why haven't you subscribed? What are you waiting for? We're about 300 away from 74,000 subscribers. Wait a minute, what's that? Oh, I like that gift right there. What's that? Oh, that was fire. I like that smile. I like that. Thank you so much. Oh, that's an airplane too? Whoa, I like that right there. That was dope. Let's keep on going, y'all. Let's do it. We got Mike Johnson right now who's talking about backing the ban on lawmakers having the number 6. Mike Johnson like, look here, man, I'm backing it right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to calm down with all of this going on in the offices between y'all. Remember when you was little, you used to walk up to somebody and be like this? If you was a little nasty old little boy, you used to do stuff like this? So Mike Johnson is like, look here, man, you got to chill out with that. Y'all got to chill, and I'm backing the bill for you guys to fall back. There's too much going on when it come down to creeping in the next room, when it come down to you guys. I don't know what they're doing. They're trying to get to the next level. They're subordinates. I don't know. You got these interns that's trying to get to the next level in the administration.
Yeah. I can't believe it would be acceptable in any situation. You have a role where you have members of Congress and their subordinates and staff members. I think it's inappropriate, as it would be in any workplace, and most companies have that. We should at a bare minimum in Congress have rules and traditions that are adhered to in corporate America. So that's an easy one for me. Well, I didn't hear him in that address say he wasn't relitigating the 2020 election. What he did was, I got a couple notes here.
So yes, we got him there saying now we got to basically back the ban on lawmakers having the number 6 with staffers after an explosion report was let out, you guys. Yeah, too much going on when it comes down to these administrators and these staffers. I'm trying to get to the next level. Well, what are you willing to do? That's what y'all need to be looking into. All of these other people that's abusing their positions of power. All right, y'all, let's go. Because we've been talking about this probably more than anybody else, especially when we bring it up in places like the health and wellness section. We're talking about the right foods to eat and what to look out for. And yes, I got an alert coming in from the FDA as they double down on the contaminated lettuce outbreak despite a false positive. Let's go, you guys. What's going on with this lettuce?
All right, the FDA is standing by its investigation into the nationwide cyclospora outbreak, saying Taylor Farms remains the likely source of the contaminated lettuce, even after a lab test turned...
Yes, so if you have any bagged lettuce or any lettuce that says Taylor Farms, don't eat it, get it out of there, throw it away.
Out to be a false positive. The agency writing, quote, to clarify, this false positive lab sample does not change the basis for FDA's ongoing outbreak investigation or the overwhelming...
There you go, guys. There you go. Please hit that like. Everyone, let's get this algorithm going so everybody can see what's going on our bottom line. Sam Champion, let's go. What you got for us, Winter? Ooh, y'all dropping them today. I got to get over there and follow up with y'all. Okay, I see the mods ain't playing today. Yeah, we're going to let you know. Let me get back on this. I messed up right there. Let me fix that and go right here.
Example does not change the basis for FDA's ongoing outbreak investigation or the overwhelming epidemiological data supporting the current voluntary recall by Taylor Farms. Meanwhile, Taylor Farms, in a statement, said, at this moment, FDA has not identified a single positive product test result for cyclospora. Based on initial information provided by health officials, in an abundance of caution, we completed a voluntary recall of iceberg lettuce from central Mexico, where we are committed to working with public health authorities as the ongoing...
Yeah, why are you getting lettuce from central Mexico when we can get it from the United States of America, though? That's what I'm saying. You're basically telling on yourself. Why can't we start relying on our own farms again? Stop all this BS. You don't know what's happening with that food out there if they're using pesticides and all of that crap. And I just found out that I got to look into this too. I might pull this up next. Let me see.
Outbreak investigation continues. Here to discuss is the former CDC director, Dr. Robert Redfield. Dr. Redfield, thanks for joining us again on this issue. So what are the facts here? Can we trace it back to this company? One person said, the FDA is saying one thing, they're saying another.
Italy.
And the most important thing is the epidemiological investigation, which the FDA and CDC still says all the evidence points to the Taylor Farm source from central Mexico. Unfortunately, the test that they did was really on a border sample that was coming in of lettuce, and the FDA was testing these the lettuce that was coming in, and they did a test that we call a PCR test. And they initially said it was positive, but after they looked at it and looked at the criteria for being positive, they found that the test really was less stringent than it needed to be. And in retrospect, it was not really positive. Very common with that type of testing, but I think the real information here is the epidemiological evidence that continues to point to Taylor Farms, to the iceberg lettuce as one of the major sources. I do think there's probably other sources, unfortunately. I saw an outbreak in New York that suggested it was cilantro in 400 cases. So again, the warning that you've put out is an important one about reminding people that right now these uncooked fresh vegetables, particularly lettuce, leafy vegetables, cilantro, these things are something you may want to put out of your diet for a little while.
Okay, we got New York that's in a really red part. Woo, that's really high up there. New Jersey, PA, Kentucky, North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida. Texas is really up high too. Whoa, you guys, yeah. Cases are going up since May the 1st. Labs confirmed about 1,645 cases. We got 5,100 cases under investigation. Woo, across 34 states now, you guys. Pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention. Also, want to see something. Let me see something really quickly. Okay, real quick. I want to see something right here. Wait a minute, because this is crazy. We got this Supreme Court that restricted the ability to sue companies like Roundup. Supreme Court restricts the ability to sue pesticide companies.
The Supreme Court restricted Americans' ability
And this is pretty old. We missed this. I gotta bring this up.
to sue pesticide makers over alleged health harm stemming from their products. Zach, can you walk us through the details of this Roundup case?
Yeah, this is a long-running litigation all about Roundup weed killer, if you've ever had that in your garage, and specifically about the labels on that weed killer. Plaintiffs all across the country had been suing Roundup, making the accusation that they needed to include actually a warning that said that their product causes cancer. And so it actually took Roundup's parent company, they brought this case all the way to the Supreme Court to try to get the justices to agree that those lawsuits can't continue. And the Supreme Court, in this opinion authored by Justice Brett Kavanaugh, agreed, saying that federal law does not allow these state lawsuits to continue. The main argument here from Roundup Weed Killer had been that it went to the feds at the EPA and asked what it needed to have on its label, and it got an approval for its Roundup Weed Killer label without a cancer warning. And so it says that it was completely in the green light, and now these state claims cannot move forward, claiming that they somehow needed to include that cancer warning, saying,
Oh, because they can sue the Fed now for giving them the labeling. I got what's going on here. So the Fed don't want to take responsibility. Okay, let's keep on moving forward. Crazy. So yeah, forget about trying to sue them moving forward if you have a state case and trying to get it lifted. Let's go, you guys. We got to get on over to Washington, where we got Dr. Nimit Oz, who says $1 billion in Medicaid payments to California. Also Minnesota, $1 billion in Medicaid payments to California and Minnesota have been paused now. And it also smells like fraud, and they're not paying. And then a whole bunch of other ones. I'm just going to show you a little bit of what he has to say about this fraud coming in. Let's see what Oz has to say. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. We got a lot of news coming out this morning, you guys. Let's go.
Going back to just over the last few years, turned up the same recurring theme again and again, every single quarter. Claims in the same high-risk categories that the states have not.
That's the problem I'm trying to talk to you about, Jack and David. I'm trying to say this. If those those fruits and vegetables and things are coming from other states and other countries, those fruits are not regulated. They're not watching if they're putting pesticides on them. And that's why they're getting them from all of these other countries and stuff, because they're not regulated. Then they're shipping them into us. I say we utilize more of our internal farmers in our country, where we can actually monitor and see what's going on, and plus get our farms back on track.
Not yet been able to document fully and acceptably to the federal government. Claims that are unresolved and claims that smell like fraud. And if it smells like fraud, we're not paying for it anymore. Today we are deferring over $1 billion in federal Medicaid dollars, $1 billion to Minnesota and California until they can substantiate their claims from this past quarter of audits. This is the focus in California. It's called In-Home Supportive Services, IHSS. Again, going to someone's home, providing them care that oftentimes their families would have offered. This provides care for seniors and for people with disabilities so they can remain safely in their own homes. Done correctly, these programs could make sense. Over the past 2 federal fiscal years, California's spending in this program, this is a critical statistic, comparing state to state. California's spending in these in-home programs went up 24%. The rest of the country's average is about 12%. So California increased spending at twice the rate of the average of the rest of the entire nation. That doesn't make sense. That gap accounts for about $391 million of today's deferral. Another $250 million, $250 million, comes from claims tied to high-risk providers, as I explained earlier.
High-risk providers, where they can't verify if they're really supposed to be doing business, or they don't have all of their information incorrectly. They stop paying them.
Those who are billing more than a year after the service is provided, those billing for 4 or more patients all at the same time, hard to juggle that many patients. And if they rank the top 2.5% of all billers, we were worried about them. This is a very conservative approach, by the way. We could have taken a lot more money. But this, we believe, is a very thoughtful, judicious way of moving forward. The final comes to about $5 million, by the way, when you also add some of the other red flag issues. And particularly the $5 million covers bills that were paid after a beneficiary's date of death. It's a bad look, again, when you're billing the federal government for dead people's health care, not as needed after they pass.
See, that's the bad part. You probably don't like Dr. Oz because of whatever the case may be, but he knows practice and normal practice, and he knows where to look in doing this. And that's why they're so effective.
Or during a hospital stay when they weren't possibly at home to get the care you're claiming you gave them, or if they're outside the eligibility barriers. This total audit adds up to $646 million directly tied to our review of the in-home services. But there's another big part here that California has still not rectified. As part of our standard quarterly oversight, including a focused review of claims involving individuals with unsatisfactory immigration status. Unsatisfactory immigration status means you can prove that they're supposed to be in America and that they're eligible for these services. Because this is an ongoing massive problem for California, we're also deferring an additional $221 million this quarter in Minnesota.
Yeah, they doing it all over, you guys. They just shutting and deferring down money everywhere until they can prove this, all of the claims that they're making. Make sure that they're legal. Make sure they're not playing. They shut down a whole lot of programs. I think it's going to affect a lot of good people that really need some of those programs as well. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got more. We got the UN General Assembly. And if anyone should be arrested, it should be Mam dame, na easy supercat, na use a dam dame, na easy supercat, na use a dam dame, na easy supercat, na use a dam dame, dame. They're saying that Mom Dami needs to be. Why? Come on, you guys. I don't know if you guys know about this, but they're trying to say that he was, let me let you say it. Let me let them say it.
Mr. President, Nelson Mandela said that in a free society, there should be only one division between those who cherish democracy and those who do not. Mayor Mamdani sent a representative to this podium today to invoke Mandela's legacy. But Mr. Mamdani has made his own choice clear. He does not stand with the democracies fighting terror. This is the same mayor whose commissioner tried to meet with Iran's representative to the UN, Mr. Ravani, last week, while America was fighting the very same evil regime.
So while we're fighting against Iran, they're saying that Mamdani sent his people to try to have a conversation. Go kick it with the enemy. That's what he's saying, not me.
The State Department shut it down. This is the same mayor who mourned a Hamas sniper and called him an innocent civilian journalist. The same mayor who continues to fuel anti-Semitism across New York. And now, the same mayor who threatens Israel's prime minister with arrest powers he does not have.
Does he have those powers though? Let's see from a former mayor if he actually has those powers to really do anything to Benjamin Netanyahu. That's right. Let's see from Eric Adams.
Miriam, it's good to see you. Thank you very much for joining us again.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you on. I want to hold that thought for a moment and just get your quick reaction to what happened at the 26th Federal Building downtown at this explosion this morning.
Yeah, it's still under, review investigation, and, I'm going to allow the police department to look into it, as well as any of our partners. I'm pretty sure federal authorities also will be part of it.
All right, we'll get back around to that in just a moment. But with regard to this suggestion that he'll use whatever legal means are available to him to arrest Netanyahu if he comes to the UN, what's your reaction to that?
Well, first of all, it doesn't take Corporation Counsel weeks and months to tell him he has no legal means. He knows that. And did he speak with the police commissioner? Because who's going to actually do the arrest? Or is he in partnership with the federal authorities? And so we have to think about how this rhetoric is, first of all, is bad to do, but it's also dangerous for Americans abroad. Since being out of office, I've traveled to different countries. You cannot send a signal that right here in America, we're not going to respect a sovereign leader of a country, and you're going to talk about as a local mayor arresting the individual. This is just bad to even put that statement out.
Okay, let's comment on that. Okay, we gave you a shot. And the reason I asked that question, I wanted to know from a former mayor, do you have those powers? Because from what I've been hearing, all of our research says they're not even accredited to even do anything with. The FBI and the police force can't go arrest him on that, especially not with the way he's saying it. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. We got Jelena says, Benji tricked Trump, but it was easy. Let's go, you guys. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. And yes, HD, he was pretty terrible. He wasn't worse. No, he wasn't the worst. I would say that Dinkins was the worst. That's right, you guys. If it wasn't for Dinkins, oh my God, he was the worst. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we're going to get on over to another doctor situation, and we're kind of tired of hearing about this. Tired of hearing about our children. Tired of hearing about women, men, a whole bunch of people trusting in the care of these doctors who are not even licensed, but they make us think that they are. New York City, you guys, a doctor arrested Locked up and I hope he don't get out. Watch your head. That's right, Doc. No more souffles and good food for you. I think he deserves it after a woman lost her life under his care as he put together some sort of a serum and injected her. And that's what the sources are saying. But again, no license. Let's go.
An unlicensed doctor is facing charges tonight for an injection that police say took a woman's life in the Bronx. News 4's Ida Siegel has more from Riverdale.
And that doctor has been placed under arrest this evening. His office is right here behind me on Riverdale Avenue here in the Bronx. And police are telling us that Dr. Luis Rojas Cabrera advertises himself as a holistic doctor who offers alternative medicine at the Bereshit Lifestyle Center. His website offers a host of services, but it does not mention that Dr. Rojas doesn't have a license to practice medicine here in the United States.
How are they slipping through the cracks, man? When they have to do, when people trusting their lives to these people. When you really think about it, when somebody says I'm under such and such's care, you are, because you're giving them total belief that they're going to do whatever they can in the best of their ability to help you.
Police discovered that fact after investigating the death of a 27-year-old woman who was under his care. Law enforcement sources say
another one of them things on the door that says holistic, just like the last stupid idiot that was doing that stupid stuff with his hands the other day, making that other concoction.
Elizabeth Barron was receiving an injection of some sort of serum yesterday, and something went wrong. We don't know what went wrong exactly, but police tell us she lost consciousness. She was then brought to the emergency room, but could not be saved, and police tell us that she died in the hospital. Investigators are now telling us that Dr. Rojas has a license in the Dominican Republic to practice medicine, but not here in the U.S., and his website indicates he is certified as a medical assistant in alternative medicine here in the United States. Dr. Rojas has now been charged with reckless endangerment and unauthorized practice of a profession. People who live and work in the neighborhood are disturbed to hear what happened.
I think it's terrible that somebody died, period. And the fact that the doctor was not licensed and was doing some dubious injection makes it even worse.
You wouldn't think that somebody can have like a double life or a secret life like that?
How the hell did he get that practice? How about that?
To hear that somebody lost their life because of that, like, you know, we feel for the family.
The medical examiner's office is now investigating and ultimately will determine the exact cause of death. It's unclear at this point if Barron has any underlying medical conditions.
Yeah, we got to keep moving forward. That's a sad situation right there. But before we move forward, I'd like to pray for the victim who lost their life in this tragedy. I'd also like to pray for everybody else who's going under care of doctors. Please, let's make sure that these guys have their right they're accredited. Make sure that they have they're supposed to be practicing in our state. And if they feel some kind of personal way about it, let them. I don't care. Let me see your license if you don't mind. Can I see all your up-to-date stuff? Why not? I'm about to trust my whole life to you. That's right, you guys. Sometimes you need to go ahead and ask those questions. And she would have been surprised. What if you would have said, oh, I don't have it here, but just Dominican Republic? She would have had a chance to make a better decision. I want to pray for better decisions. I want to pray for health. I want to pray for love, her family, as well as healing when it comes down to this situation. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got another situation now. Woo! Is that the one right there? Oh, yeah. This is the Foolio right here. The guy downtown by the federal building that was setting off the incendiary devices. Let's see what's going on with that case right now, because we do have some follow-up information on it right now.
Breaking news now in New York City. The FBI is investigating a man they say set off an incendiary device outside a federal government building in Manhattan a short time ago. That person in custody. And we have Nate Foy on the ground with this report. Nate.
Hey, Harris. The FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force is investigating this as an anti-government attack. Take a look. We have some video from the scene as smoke was billowing outside the federal building.
Yeah, we didn't get a close-up on this guy yesterday. We saw all the other angles, but I never got a good close-up on him. And that was Superwoman right there, the woman that ran up and took her jacket off and just dove right in. Yeah. So they got him right there.
In downtown Manhattan. So this is where ICE offices and immigration courts are located, as well as the New York City FBI field office. And you just saw agents took a man into custody. The FBI says 2 people are injured from this attack.
Around 9 o'clock this morning, a man with an incendiary device and some a liquid, I don't know what the liquid was, put the liquid down, set some fireworks on top of it. It caused a little bit of a little fire. He was armed with a pellet gun. 2 people were injured, 1 federal employee and 1 civilian. Minor injuries. They are both treated and released.
And the reactions are pouring in now, Harris. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffrey said of the attack, quote, "Acts of terror and violence have no place in our city and will never be tolerated. The individual responsible for this must be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law." This same building has been the site of several anti-ICE demonstrations, including the one last September that resulted in the arrest of New York congressional candidate and former city controller Brad Lander. Protesters demanded access to migrant holding rooms. Now, just in the past 15 minutes, New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani called this deeply disturbing. He said his team will cooperate with the federal investigation. The FBI declined to provide specifics on the man arrested this morning. We are working to confirm more about his specific motivations as the Joint Terrorism Task Force digs into his background, Harris.
We're starting to have a lot more of this stuff happening, though, you guys. A lot more of this stuff is starting to happen in our country. Gotta tell you, sad situation here. Now we got another situation where we're gonna get straight from the Emerald City. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? The wonderful world of Oz. Straight from the Emerald City / Emerald City / My Little Pony, My Little Pony. Extension hair set. Mister, can I please get the whole big bag? You haven't heard that song in a long time, right? And you know who it's coming from, right? None other than one of your favorites. That's right, you guys. That's right, you guys. One of your favorite people. None other than Jasmine Crockett. That's right, you guys. We got a situation straight from the Emerald City where we have Jasmine Crockett who says, "Welcome to all the Republican white pride rally disguised as the Congress meeting." Woo! I can't believe she actually said that. She did. Let me let her say it because she says it differently. And meanwhile, would you look at the Emerald City setup that she's got going on? Come on now. You guys might like this outfit, by the way.
Ms. Crockett, Texas, you're recognized, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Welcome to the Republicans' White Pride rally disguised as a congressional hearing. It might be uncomfortable for some people on this committee to hear about the true history of America, and I hate that for them, but facts are facts. And it's a fact that there is a violent, exclusionary, discriminatory, sexist, and racist part of American history, where our indigenous populations were forcibly displaced from their land, where thousands of black people were unjustly lynched, where black people were denied the right to vote, and they still trying to do it today, where women needed their husband's permission to open a bank account, where people with disabilities were routinely excluded from schools, workplaces, and public life, where 4 little black girls were murdered by the KKK at the 16th Street Baptist Church. And a lot of this wasn't that long ago. In fact, 3 of those little girls would be 77 and 1 would be 74. More than 40 members of Congress serving right now would be older than them. Ruby Bridges, who was the first black child to desegregate an all-white school, is only 71 years old. More than 100 members of Congress serving right now are older than her. So attacks on the Smithsonian or any other institution that's willing to tell the true history of America is not only an attempt to rewrite history, it's an attempt to erase history. So Dr. Blight, if Republicans are going to ban books, penalize schools and universities, attack museums, if states continue to change curriculum, where do Americans go to learn about the complicated, sometimes racist and violent parts of American history?
Thank you for the question. I think they will have to keep going to the same institutions, and we have to keep fighting to preserve what we are doing in those institutions.
Okay. Just wanted you to hear what he had to say and follow up with that. Also wanted you to see the setup, you guys. You know you like that all that green, right? Looked like she was about to go to Emerald City. Anybody ever see The Wiz? I don't know if you feel mean wearing green. Oh, remember the scene from The Wiz? Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, one of our favorite people right here. Let's get into it, you guys. We're going to move on over to something a little more comical. I guess this was supposed to be our comedy section. We're going to go follow up yesterday. We had someone that was running for governor. And this person said, the reason you should vote for me for governor is because I wrote books. It'll be controversial. I look like Oscar the Grouch with a dress on. I don't know what the reason why is. Maybe you guys can tell me. Let's get on over here and see what the hell is going on from lefties losing it, because they never let us down, especially when they start off with stuff like this.
But you know, you can always trust the Democrats in Maine to find more weirdo candidates, including this dude who claims he has monthly periods through his rectum. Yes, and he has some great ideas about how to save money. He calls it pork bellying.
I believe they called it pork bellying.
Fascism means, but I'm trying to give the different definitions to compare and contrast.
Can you give me one definition?
No, there's no one definition of fascism. It's still highly debated among historians.
Kind of means the opposite of what he's saying there, but don't worry, this guy has plenty of experience. He is well equipped to be your next Democrat rep.
Oh, I ran for office several times. Didn't win, but I did run. And then I'm a songwriter, and then I write my own books.
What? What about the points, the values? What about the city? What about the economy in the places that you're at? What about all of that stuff that actually means something? Don't nobody give a damn about your songwriting and your books and the fact that you look like I have no idea with 3 chins.
And then I suppose my transparency, I wouldn't lie to the people and I wouldn't deceive the people like we're being deceived right now.
There's plenty I could say there, but best I move on.
Oh my God. So yeah, I guess that's the next person that's going to be running for governor, you guys. I mean, if it has anything to do with, what do they call it? DEI and whatever, inclusion, he might actually win. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's keep on going. What the hell? Yes, push the plate away immediately, Juliana. That's right. Now we got to keep on moving forward because we got another situation in New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it bump, bump. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. That's right, you guys. We got a dozen alleged members of a New York City gang called the Bad Boys. 7. They've been indicted. What they've been indicted for? Let's go ahead and get into it. I don't know what they was thinking about, but hey, they almost got away with it.
Suspected gang members were indicted today on racketeering conspiracy charges. Federal and local law enforcement made the announcement and say the accused are part of the so-called Bad Boys 7, which is a subset of the Trinitarios gang. Authorities claim between September 2023 and 2025, they carried out a string of violent crimes, including assaults, armed robberies, carjackings, and at least 5 murders.
Their crimes included acts of violence in the Bronx, Manhattan, Westchester, Bergen County, Passaic County, and Essex County, sometimes spanning multiple cities and multiple states on the same night.
One of the killings in this case is the carjacking death of social media influencer Ariela Mejia Polanco. The mother of 2 was found dead in her car last August, a few hours after she left work.
They was looking into her husband for that. You guys remember that case. We followed it up, and they still have not found who actually took her out, who actually got rid of her. Sad situation right there, you guys. Sad situation. But luckily, they got them. Let's just get. Hopefully, we get some more information that leads to the arrest of whoever killed her. Let's keep on going, you guys. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We're working on 74,000 subscribers, and we're almost there. Also, give me all the money in your pockets right now. Or you can go ahead and double tap that screen to get those likes up, because if you some kind of way get up to 300 likes, I'm going to be sending you guys out some merch. That's right, we're going to be sending out 6 of the Our Bottom Line keychains and 6 of the Our Bottom Line decals. Put it on a mug, put it on your dog's collar, send in a picture. And also, join the Discord. This don't stop right here. Let's get on over and keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go to Tampa, where we got a big situation going on over here. What's up, Teddy? And thanks for the love. What's going on, brother? Let's go. We got a situation in Tampa where they was moving it big time. I'm talking about, woo, had to use the scales that they weigh the whales with, you guys. I'm talking about 60 at a time a month with this operation, will millions of dollars of Hunter, I can feel it, was being funneled. That's right, you guys, through Tampa. And we got everybody that got caught doing it, all of them. Let's go see what's going on with this situation.
Crime reports of Florida authorities say they have dismantled a massive drug pipeline that hid in plain sight for years with cocaine packed inside big rigs disguised as disabled trucks being towed from Texas to Tampa.
Yeah, so now that operation has been exposed. Investigators are racing to determine just how far the smuggling network reached and who else was involved. Newsmax crime correspondent Jason Matera has details for us this morning. Good morning.
You ain't gonna believe how much kilos this one dude had got rid of, and over the time he's been doing this. A gang.
Hey, good morning, Mark and Sean. So for 3 years, this alleged drug trafficker was on law enforcement's radar, but they could never gather enough evidence to take him down because the supply chain feeding him was apparently concealed rather creatively.
If a police officer sees this, you just think of this truckers going about their business. Even if you ran a dog on it, it's not going to hit. And it was good covering. They were cautious and smart, just not smart enough.
Florida investigators arrested Daniel Pinales on July 11th.
Got him!
Accusing the 35-year-old of helping funnel 60 kilos of cocaine into the Tampa area every month from El Paso, Texas. Authorities say the drugs traveled inside a rolling disguise.
60 of them every month for 3 years. How many is that, you guys?
One working semi would tow two others, making the convoy look like nothing more than a pair of broken down big rigs being hauled across the country. But investigators say cocaine was hidden inside the sleeper cabs and a spot designed to evade officers and even canine units.
Make it look like nothing is in there. They're just hauling trucks, right?
Until now.
So in this one shipment alone, we seized about 132 pounds of cocaine that was going to be sold on the streets of Pinellas County. And again, remember, this was happening every single month. This is the largest drug seizure from a single Pinellas County drug trafficker that I know of in the past 40 plus years. The amount of cocaine that Daniel Pinellas was putting on the streets of Pinellas County is just simply astronomical.
9 people were arrested in last week's takedown dubbed Operation Hall of Fame. Authorities believe this network pushed at least $2 million worth of drugs every month into Florida and had been doing so for years without going detected. And now the Florida Attorney General's office tells Newsmax that 3 of the suspects are Mexican nationals living in the country illegally.
That's probably the connection right there. That was the connect right there. Those illegals, those was the ones that was the connect, had to get somebody here to help them operate. For 3 years, woo, they was dealing with the cartel, you guys. They was dealing directly with the cartel. What you guys got for me? No kids are doing that now. Operation Hall of Shame. Good morning, Mark Gabriel. Good morning, Mark Gabriel. Good on the investigators. That's right. Good work. 2,160 pounds over 3 years. Wow. Jesus Christ. Book 'em, Dano. Of course. I know that part. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. And if you guys did not subscribe, what are you waiting for? Are you a member? Do you have a glove? You need to get gloved up. And if you're really trying to look out for your boy, you do know the Cash App, right? It's $BOOGOTTINYC. Helps us with the premium, with the Verizon accounts, and all of the bills when it comes down to our bottom line. We appreciate it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And yeah, by the way, all we got is you right now because things have changed in this world over here. Algorithms, anybody can be famous overnight. Things have changed this month. So you guys, when you're looking at those numbers, it ain't just us. I've been doing my homework. Everybody got hit. Boom, and they're changing it up. But we have a vested family here, and that's why we're able to survive. And your boy right here, I'm willing to do it all from one. I'm willing to start it all over from one. You know why? Because I'm dedicated to doing it, and I love bringing you guys good content that we're going to get something from. So let's get on over to New York. Got another fatal situation over here where a beautiful young girl who is only 18 years old she got powed in the chest because of a freaking purse snatching. And the guy that did it, I gotta be honest with you guys, the way that he looked as he's walking away, it looks like the last thing he's worrying about is this girl's safety or the fact that he powed her. He needs to be apprehended immediately, straight up, immediately.
Looking for the man in the surveillance video who they say shot an 18-year-old woman in the chest while trying to steal her purse. Now, this happened in Crown Heights on a number 2 train platform just before midnight last night. Eyewitnesses reported Jaysha Patel live in...
So he just walking after he did it, whatever he did, took her purse, and he just out of there. 18 years of like, come on, man.
Crown Heights with the latest on this story. Jaysha.
David, Sandra, good afternoon. You can imagine just how scary this situation was, not only for this victim, but the crowd of people that was down on this platform when this shooting happened. We know this 18-year-old woman was shot in the chest because police say the suspect was trying to take her bag. And
she's lucky to be alive, y'all. Lucky to be alive. Blessed to be alive.
Police rushed the victim to the hospital. She is in stable condition this morning, but the suspect got away. Police are still trying to find him, and we have surveillance video that matches the description of the man that police are looking for. So take a look at your screen. You can see in the video a man walking by a deli that's right by this subway stop. Police say the suspect was wearing a red Yankees hat with a white logo, black shorts, black sneakers, black face mask, and backpack. And then last night in this Citizen app video, you can see the crowd of people on the platform as police officers were walking over, trying to figure out what exactly was going on. Now, we know the victim was shot on the downtown number 2 subway platform at the President Street Medgar Evers College station around 11:45 last night. And police say the suspect yanked the victim's purse. There was some sort of scuffle, and then the suspect fired a gun at her, striking her in the chest. One bullet fragment was recovered here at the scene, and police officers rushed the victim to Kings County Hospital in their police cruiser. And this morning, I spoke to one woman who says she was there last night when the victim was shot, and another woman who lives nearby and takes the subway every day.
It stopped on President Street. I heard a gunshot. Boom. Everybody dunked down. Hope that girl was okay. And then I whoop, because my brother lives here, and you know, kids is here. It was school is right there, so it's just like it's so sad.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very mindful now, and you know, I like to start my days early. So now I'm gonna start early and get in early because guns don't have eyes.
You see, this is how the real New Yorkers are now. We don't be doing all that nighttime hanging out, clubbing and all of that. We'd love to, but the majority of people are scared for stuff to happen to them.
And police say that officers found the victim's bag about 2 miles away from where we are this morning around Pacific Street. It appears like the suspect discarded the bag after he took whatever he wanted.
And you're right, Brad Pitbull. It doesn't matter if she give up the purse. Sometimes they do it anyway. They just stupid that way. It's just weird, y'all. I don't understand it.
From inside of it. But again, we know the 18-year-old victim who was shot in the chest was taken to the hospital, and she is in stable condition this morning. But at this hour, police are still searching for the suspect.
Oh man, we gotta pray for her right now. Let's go ahead and do that. Double tap that screen to get those likes up, because we want more things like this to be prevented. I want to pray for her. I would like to pray for 100% full recovery. And I would like for the community to locate who this person is and put something, do what they have to do first. I know I'm sounding crazy. And let the community bring him to the precinct and do what they got to do to arrest him. He needs to be apprehended before he does this to anybody else, because that right there is totally uncalled for. And if she would have lost her life by another inch or another direction, if you think about it, all over a purse. It's really dangerous out here, and the sad part about it is they're lying to us, and they're saying that crime is down in New York. I want to pray for her. I want to pray for her family, a full recovery, as well as from physical as well as mental, because we know that the recovery from an injury sometimes takes a lot of weight from you, does a lot to you. So we're going to pray for her strength. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. We got to get on over to Texas. That's where we at right now, Texas. Because if it wasn't for this hero officer, Corporal Joshua Swisher, he says training took over during the fire in a car rescue. I don't even know how they do this, you guys, but a lot of these sheriffs and a lot of these police officers, I mean, I'm scared of fire myself. And you see a car on fire, a lot of times you're going to not even want to go over there. for him to actually go over there and rescue somebody, that's a big deal right there. So I got to give a big shout out to Joshua. Thank you for your service, and God bless you.
Corporal Joshua Swisher. Josh, thanks for coming on and talking to us about this. You know, my first question, was this the beginning or end of your tour? Had you just started working?
Yeah, this is the beginning of my shift. I'm a night shift officer.
Now the car's on fire. I mean, I'm talking about on fire, roasting peanuts in that joint.
So this was later in the evening, just after I started my shift.
So when
And he pulled that old man out of there, y'all.
you got this call, what's going through your head? I mean, did you know what you were going into when you heard it come over dispatch?
No, I had no idea, just because I was on a traffic stop actually on the side of the highway before this car ever passed me, and almost simultaneously the radio traffic came out that there was a smoke investigation vehicle fire driving down the highway 114 here in South Lake, and as I look out to my left, there's the vehicle passing me, and I can see the smoke pouring from it. I'm starting to see some flames, and so I stopped what I was doing with the traffic stop and headed to that driver to try to help him.
Yeah, I saw you in that video. It must have been really hot because you touched it and kind of pulled your hand back. You know, I'm just curious, in your nature, your whole life, have you just been the type of person you don't think, you just go when you do? Because obviously you don't have time to think about what you're doing in situations like that.
And he broke that damn window too. Got that old man out of there, y'all. You see the body cam, right?
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to our training and experience as police officers. When you're in a moment like this, you really don't have time to think, like you said. I actually pulled on the car door handle from the outside, and you can see in the video that it snaps off. And so I'm just thinking, how can I get him out of the car? How can I get him to safety? And the next best thing
I'm just so glad that he didn't get burned.
was to break that window and have him come out through the window.
So in the academy, I mean, I know you guys train for situations like this, but nothing can compare to the real life situation. Like you said, the door handle fell off. You weren't expecting that to happen.
Yeah, I wasn't. And to be honest with you, we don't go through vehicle fire scenarios. I haven't been through one yet.
Is this your first time dealing with a vehicle fire?
It is, yes. It's the first time I've ever had to pull someone from a vehicle like that, and I'm just glad the result was good, that he was safe, and we were able to get him out safely.
All right, that's one. We're going to pray for them right there. But, man, we got the Matrix about to come up on this one. I want to pray for him as well as the man who saved his life. I want to pray for the elderly person. And, please, let's get more officers out there to keep on doing stuff like that. Let's pray for necessary recovery if it's necessary, 100%. And, yes, let's pray and thank God for people like Corporal. Thanks for the Corporal. Amen. Now we got to get on over to Florida, because I can't tell if it's a scene from The Matrix or have something to do with a high-speed chase from Bad Boys or what. But these teens that were involved in this car crash, that was like a movie scene. Come on, you guys. I got to open this screen all the way up in Miami right here and check this out, starting right now. Let's go.
Cars flipping on busy freeways seems like a scene pulled out of an action movie, but this was very real.
He tried to cut across 3 lanes.
Teenagers and a 12-year-old allegedly stole an SUV. It ended in a high-speed chase, and the video from May 2021 was just released by Florida Highway Patrol. Authorities say Fort Lauderdale police tried to pull the SUV over after they responded to an attempted burglary call. But the SUV kept driving, reportedly hitting a bicyclist named Michael Evans before getting on the freeway. Evans had neck and spine fractures, as well as staples in his head, according to a GoFundMe page set up by his sister. On the freeway, the SUV changed lanes, trying to get away from the pursuing police, and lost control, hitting the median, other vehicles, ultimately flipping over. Law enforcement moved in fast to take the suspects into custody. The 5 juveniles, who ranged in age from 12 to 16, were taken to a children's hospital, where 4 were treated for minor injuries and 1 was in serious condition.
4 treated for minor injuries and 1 serious. I bet you they got out too. I bet you their parents got them right out.
The identities of the minors have not been made public. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm TC Newman.
Woo, boy, we're gonna pray for the people that got lucky to get out of that one, you guys, because they did make it out lucky. They nothing. Woo, lucky it wasn't even a worse tragedy. It could have been a whole combination of many cars, and it could have been a whole lot worse than it was. We're gonna pray for the injured, and we're gonna pray for the fact that the cops got them, and we're gonna pray and hope that they get what they deserve as far as like the right type of disciplinary actions. They are minors, so they probably get a slap on the wrist. So just be careful out there, you guys. You never know. I keep on telling you guys, you could be the best driver in the world, but you got to watch out for the road because other people aren't. Want to pray for whoever got hurt in this one, as well as a speedy recovery. Amen. Just keep on going, you guys. And that was crazy. Stolen SUV. They had just robbed somebody and hit a bicyclist. Not a motorcyclist, a bicyclist who was in like traction, it looked like, trying to make $20,000. They made about $5,000 out of their GoFundMe. Crazy situation, you guys. Guess what? It's time. Is it up there? No. Yeah, I'm gonna just tell you what time it is. You guys probably know. It's time for the health and wellness section. Let's go, you guys, because this is important. How many of you guys out there are diabetics? How many of you out there have children? How many of you guys eat sugar? And how many of you guys are concerned with what it does to your body? Well, in that case, what we're going to do right now, what happens inside your body when you eat too much sugar? And what happens to progress it, to make it worse, to turn into situations where it could turn into a diabetic situation, which takes a little while. But once you get there, it's almost impossible to reverse, depending on the type that you have. So yes, you guys, we're going to get into our health and wellness section, and we're going to find out by this graph here. We're going to look at the process. He's eating a sugar sweet, delicious donut, which 1 or 2 or 18 of you this morning probably had, right? Tell the truth. How many did you have though? You know what I'm saying? And be careful about these donuts because we've got the enriched flour, which is not good. We got the processed sugars, and we got all sorts of different starches that turn into sugars. Be careful, you guys. Let's go. What happens inside your body when you eat too much sugar, though?
What happens if you eat too much sugar? It's not just about weight gain. Here's exactly what happens inside your body, one system at a time. The moment sugar hits your bloodstream, your blood glucose rises sharply. Your pancreas responds immediately by releasing insulin to help bring those levels back toward normal. Insulin is the hormone that helps move glucose out of your bloodstream and
so that's the reason why they give you insulin when they give you the needle when you need insulin, to replace the insulin that your body's not making. Gotcha.
Into your cells for energy, or into storage if your cells don't need it right away. When there's too much sugar too often, insulin works overtime. Over many years, your cells can become less responsive to its signal.
So when there's too much sugar introduced in your body, the insulin receptors work too much. And after a while, they don't even respond.
A condition called insulin resistance is a major driver of type 2 diabetes, and it can develop silently for years before blood sugar levels become abnormal on routine testing.
That's why, I see what you're saying right there, Jack. You said your body is a giant sugar cube. I hear what you're saying, but you got to be careful and you got to start eliminating some of that sugar. You got to start reading your labels and you got to start bringing that sugar down. Your body's going to feel much healthier. You're going to have less inflammation and you're going to live longer. And we love you. So come on, bro. Let's do it. Let's do it together. Let's keep on going.
After the sugar spike, insulin can sometimes lower blood sugar quickly, leaving you feeling shaky, irritable, tired, or mentally foggy a little while later.
So that's the brain that is causing stuff in your brain. I don't like nothing being affected in my brain unless it's something good.
Sugar also triggers dopamine release in your brain. This is the same chemical involved in pleasurable and addictive behavior. That's why sugar
But it's temporary. It's a temporary dopamine rush. And that's why the sugar cravings don't last that long.
Cravings can feel so hard to resist. With repeated heavy sugar intake, your brain's reward system can become less responsive over time, meaning some people may need more highly sweet foods to experience the same sense of reward.
Yeah, that's why you see people with these donuts with the whipped cream on top, with the icing, with the sprinkles, because they done got past the regular jelly glazed donut. That ain't enough to satisfy them. They need that sugar rush. Me right here. Can't front. Used to be good with a glaze back in the days, right? But then I don't eat them anymore, but I used to eat regular glaze. I used to like the variety packs. I think it was powder, cinnamon, and chocolate. Woo, boy. Man, listen, y'all think, man, I would bust down a box of donuts in a minute, but I know better now. I know better now. But that's what I'm trying to say. It's hard to regulate once you eat one, and then next thing you know, you got all of that sugar in you, and then after you've already started eating that type of donut, that's not gonna satiate you no more. You're not gonna be satisfied with that. Now you want the one with the sprinkles. Now you want the one with the tart in the middle. Now you know what I'm saying? You gotta have the extra sugar rush. Let's bring it down, you guys. And the same thing. I like the fact that you said that, Audrey. I crave salt and not sweets. The same thing you got to worry about with the salt, because it's not good for you either. Let's keep on going. And I love the fact that we're actually on point on this one. I made cannoli sourdough rolls yesterday. I got sourdough bread in the kitchen. I like that. Being young, I drank too much Mountain Dew. Come on, bro. I told them the truth about what I was eating the other day. I was drinking the other day. Remember the Tropicana Twisters, or the Tropicana Citrus Punch, or the Tropicana Fruit Punch? I would drink one of those like it was like nothing. Let's keep going.
Excess sugar can be converted by your liver into fat. Consuming more calories than you burn can contribute to weight gain, especially around the abdomen. Over time, diets consistently high in added sugar can contribute to chronic low-grade inflammation, a process linked with conditions such as heart disease and influenced by many lifestyle factors. Your skin is affected too through a process called glycation. Sugar molecules gradually attach to collagen, making it stiffer and less elastic over time.
Oh, so it messes with your skin. Knowing stuff like this helps people, because a lot of people don't want things like this to happen. So when they realize and they learn things like this, it's like, yeah, really? I got to shut down on that sugar. I like to look pretty. You feel me?
This is one reason diets consistently high in added sugar are linked to faster skin aging, with fine lines becoming more noticeable over time.
Oh, as you can see, your boy don't eat that much sugar. And if you want sugar, I'm going to keep on recommending the one that I use, you guys. I'm just going to do it and see if you guys will go ahead and grab it. I use this. Boom, boom, boom. Because it's not sugar, and it's totally really good for you. I'm talking about 100% good for you. For some reason, I've not been able to find my brand, but this is the one that I have been getting alternatively. It's the monk fruit sugar in the raw. This is really good right here. It's 0 calories and it's a 0 calorie sweetener. It's got it's a keto for your diet and everything. Imagine eating something that's sweet, but you're not getting the same things that you're getting from the sugar. That's what you're getting when you have this monk fruit sugar. It's a little more expensive. You use less of it. It's actually good. Not good for baking so much though. Got to be honest with you when it comes down to baking. Let's go.
Your gut bacteria are affected too. Diets consistently high in added sugar can shift your gut microbiome, reducing microbial diversity and allowing less beneficial bacteria to become more abundant. Sugar is also the primary fuel for many bacteria in your mouth.
Your teeth. Do me a favor, even if you do eat sugar, go ahead and rinse your mouth out for absolutely no reason. Don't leave the sweet taste in your mouth afterward, because what you're doing is leaving the sugar and the bacteria in your teeth and in your gums, and that's affecting your teeth. Go ahead and rinse, spit that out, because you don't need that sugar lingering. That's bacteria. Come on.
They feed on it and produce acid, which gradually erodes tooth enamel and increases the risk of cavities. Large population studies link diets high in added sugar with a higher long-term risk of heart disease, partly through their effects on blood fats, inflammation, and excess calorie intake.
Certain people, certain groups, certain people, like let's say African Americans, we like our fried foods. We like stuff like sweet potato pie, which has a lot of sugar in it. Kool-Aid, forget about it. You'll put the whole half a bag of Domino granulated sugar in there, which is terrible sugar. You know what we do. Let's just call ourselves out on it and constantly do that, because hopefully we'll start doing the opposite.
None of this means the natural sugars in whole fruit are the problem. Fruit contains fiber and other nutrients that slow sugar absorption and produce a much gentler rise in blood glucose.
When you eat fruit, it actually has something in it that helps it break down, and it works with your body, so you get the right type of vitamins, the right type of sugars, and they actually go to the right places.
The real concern isn't natural sugar in whole foods. It's frequent intake of added and refined sugars in sweets and highly processed foods, which reach your bloodstream much faster because there's little fiber to slow absorption.
Cookies, cakes, and stuff like that. But if you got like maybe like not cakes, but like you got like, let's say like candy, stuff that spikes you really quick. It takes a little while maybe for the cakes and stuff like that for it to get into your bloodstream, but that's the differential that they're talking about. But in some of these natural things, you actually get sugar too. Be careful with those kind bars. You may as well be eating a Snicker.
Follow body protocols. Sugar isn't something you have to eliminate completely. What matters most is how often you eat added sugar, because your blood, brain, skin, and gut all respond to those choices over time.
Your blood, brain, skin, and gut respond. Blood, brain, skin, and gut. Your blood, that's your circulatory. Your brain, you know what that is. Your skin, that's the collagen, and your gut actually connects with your brain. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. This episode was what happens inside of your body when you eat too much sugar. I'm going to actually put this inside of the Discord because we haven't put one of those in there yet. So I'm going to put this in there so you guys can check that out. And if you have not subscribed to the Discord, what you waiting for? What you waiting for? Go on down to that description right there. Hit that link. That link is active. Hit that Discord link because this doesn't stop. And you guys thought that the health and wellness section was over? It wasn't. It's not. I helped you make some regular bread yesterday. We made regular bread yesterday, and we did that in an affordable way. That's right. I want to make sure that we keep on making our own foods, because if I'm going to tell you what not to eat, yo, Bugatti. So what we supposed to do? Starve? No, you're not supposed to starve, but you're supposed to be able to cook it yourself so that you don't even have to go out those doors. So hold tight. Let's get through this next clip right here for 5 minutes of a miracle morning affirmations. I want you guys to listen to this, and then we're going to bake some bread. We're going to bake some bread after this, you guys. It ain't over. Let's go. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, because now let's get into some health and wellness morning affirmations. I believe that if you can say it, if you can really believe it, if you can really push yourself, you can really make it happen. I don't listen to anyone that tells me no. I don't listen to anyone that says you can't do that. I never do that. Remember when Adrian told Rocky, you can't win, and then the next thing you know, he won? I know it's just a movie, but until the lights go out and the fat lady's saying, I'm going to keep on pushing. So guess what? I'm going to keep on striving to have good affirmations, wake up in the morning, and share this with you guys. So yes, continuation of the health and wellness section with 5 minutes of miracle affirmations. Let's go, you guys. Follow my lead. Follow their lead and repeat after them.
Full effects. Repeat them out loud. I'll give you time to do that after each one. Before we begin, take one deep breath in, opening your mind to the ideas held in these affirmations. And exhale, releasing any limiting beliefs. Great. Now let's begin. I am experiencing miracles all the time.
I am experiencing miracles all the time.
I am open to the boundless possibilities of my life.
I'm open to the boundless possibilities of my life. You don't say it, nobody gonna say it for you. Come on, y'all, let's go. Come on.
I am letting go of beliefs that limit my potential.
I'm letting go of beliefs that limit my potential.
I am worthy of amazing things.
I am worthy of amazing things, and so are you.
I am exactly where I need to be.
I am exactly where I need to be.
I am open to the extraordinary.
I am open to the extraordinary.
I am the creator of my reality.
I am the creator of my reality. When you walk out that door, who else is creating your reality? You.
I am surrounded by positive energy.
I'm surrounded by positive energy. I just happen to have a whole bunch of people that have energy for me, and I love it.
I am creating a meaningful, fulfilling, and powerful life.
Creating a meaningful and fulfilling life.
I am aligned with my deepest desires.
I am aligned with my deepest desires. 5 minutes, you guys. It's almost over. Just 5 minutes.
I am always in the right place at the right time.
I'm always at the right place at the right time.
I am a powerful source of positivity.
I'm a powerful source of positivity. I actually believe that.
I am attracting what I seek in life.
I am attracting what I seek in life. And whatever you guys want to say, come on and add some stuff here, please. Just kick in there.
I am capable of anything.
I'm capable of anything when I put my mind and my heart to it. Come on and add some stuff on this. Come on. This is us right now. Let's go.
I am powerful.
I'm powerful and determined. That's how we add to it.
I am changing the world for the better.
I am changing the world for the better by working hard and being the best me that I could be.
I am worthy of great things and great people.
I am worthy of great things and great people.
I am moving the universe forward.
I am moving the universe forward.
I am grateful for all of the miracles I experience.
I am grateful for all of the miracles I experience. Every day waking up, that first miracle right there.
I am living in a miracle this very moment.
I am living in a miracle this very moment.
Well, that is the last of our affirmations. Let's wrap up the same way we began.
I want to give us our own. Are you ready, you guys? I'm going to make up my own right now, and maybe you guys will make up your own. I am comfortable and happy in the place that I am in my life right now. That's what I'm going to say. What do you guys want to say for yourselves? I am happy and comfortable in the place that I am in my life right now. That's what I want to say. And you guys make up your own affirmations and believe in them. And don't listen to people that try to knock you down. They don't even have the same dream that you have. How are you going to go to them and ask them for advice? I mean, some of them can give you advice about certain things, but when it comes down to the negative advice with no education, you might not want to listen to those people. Just keep on moving forward.
With one deep breath. So inhale, fill all the way up. And then exhale and release. My friend, the way affirmations work is that you must train your subconscious mind to fully believe these statements. And the best way to do that is through daily repetition. You're already well on your way by being here today. But be sure to save this episode, come back, and repeat these affirmations every morning as you start your day. If you do that, your life will begin to change before your very eyes. For now, believe in the limitless potential that resides within you.
5 minutes.
For it is the spark that lights the path to the life you've always dreamed of. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning.
Oh, not tomorrow, but we're going to hold it down. This comes from Wake Me Up. I already joined their, I've already subscribed to their channel. You guys have probably said these affirmations 4 times already, because at least once a month, I make sure that we all say it. I put it in a lineup. These exact affirmations, we've said them before, believe it or not. But you got to believe it. After a while, when you chant it, you're believing it. So this again was 5 miracles, 5-minute miracle morning affirmations. Miracle meaning you believe in it, and out of nowhere, boom, how did that happen? Because you actually brought it to life. Products, all the stuff that we have around us, how do you think they're brought to life? By ideas and people implementing those ideas. That's why I keep telling you guys, stop listening to people when they tell you you can't do something. Only you can determine that. Let's keep on moving forward. Again, 5-minute miracle morning affirmations. Listen every day to attract miracles. And the channel that we're already subscribed to, if you should be already, it's Wake Me Up. The Wake Me Up channel. Wake Me Up on YouTube, and that's going to be 5-minute miracles and affirmations. And of course, you know I'm going to do it. It will be inside of the Discord. So you really need to go and join our Discord, because that's not the only thing there. Posts, conversations, a whole bunch of friendships going on. Join the Our Bottom Line channel on Discord. Come on, you guys, we still got more. I told you I owe you some bread, right? I don't owe you no money, but I definitely owe you some bread. Yesterday we made regular bread. Today we're going to teach you guys how to make some nutrient bread, maybe some nuts, maybe some other things in it. That's right, you guys. I'm not going to just tell you what breads not to eat and which ones to stay away from. Yesterday we learned how to make regular white bread and wheat bread, right? Today, let's get into some high protein, gut friendly bread that you can make in 10 minutes. How about this?
Market, it's got less than 2 grams of fiber per slice, a ton of additives that could be.
And we're coming from high protein, gut friendly bread that you can make in under 10 minutes. No baking skills necessary. So there's no excuses. And yes, you guys made a point yesterday and you said, yeah, but the flour is expensive. That means that the other bread is garbage that we eating, right? Think about it that way. If this flour is expensive, where the hell are they getting their flour from and how much do they stuff cost? I'm not telling you guys to make this bread with no Aunt Jemima. No, we got to get the good stuff, because that's going to defeat the purpose. Let's get into it, you guys. I said it. High protein, gut friendly bread you can make in under 10 minutes and no baking skills. This is coming in from the doctor's kitchen. It can't get no better than this. This is what he eats. Let's go. Let's get into it, you guys. And only a couple of minutes long. Video ain't even that long. You're going to learn in 9 minutes how to make your own bread. Come on.
This bread that you buy from the supermarket, it's got less than 2 grams of fiber per slice, a ton of additives that could be detrimental to your gut health. This loaf has got 7 grams of fiber per slice, 9 grams of protein, 5 plant points from a mixture of whole grains, nuts and seeds, and no additives or fillers. This is the bread that I make every single week as a medical doctor and a nutritionist. You can batch it, freeze it, and it doesn't require any baking skills. Let me show you how. First thing you want to do is grab a baking tray and line this with grease-proof paper. Starting off with chia, 20 grams.
If you want to make it bigger, you can. You can make it a bigger bread. You want it to have like some size on it, no problem.
Chia is going to form a gelatinous mix. When you mix it with water, it will form soluble fibers, which is great for your digestion. It can even pull cholesterol out of your system, and it's also a source of protein. Not the best seed source of protein, but still every little helps in this recipe. It's also a source of short chain omega-3 fatty acids, so ALA and LA, and these are anti-inflammatory too. Oats, most people have oats in their kitchen. You want to go for jumbo or rolled oats because they have much more structure to them. Their 3D matrix is a lot more intact. That makes it harder for your body to digest, which is a good thing because you don't want big sugar spikes when you're using oats. But because we're using so many other ingredients, it's gonna reduce the speed at which the sugar gets released into your bloodstream anyway. I happen to be a big fan of oats. I'm using 150 grams of oats in this recipe. And the good thing about oats is that they have unique soluble fibers like beta-glucans that have been shown to reduce cholesterol as well. And because we're soaking this with oil and water, these oats are also gonna bind the rest of the ingredients and create like a kind of mulch in the bread recipe. And it's gonna also act to hold everything together as well. Another thing about oats that I don't think gets as much attention is that they contain unique polyphenols called aventhromides. These are naturally anti-inflammatory. They're also a source of B vitamins and magnesium as well.
Anything that's anti-inflammatory, we're all for it on this channel. All for it.
So when you're using the whole oats, you're getting a collection of all these different nutrients, not just starch and fiber. I tend to use a bag of mixed nuts. In reality, you can use whatever nuts you like. Almonds and hazelnuts are a little bit more robust in this recipe because when you put them in the oven, they're less likely to burn compared to pecans and walnuts. Okay, I'm just going to chop these roughly. These are just a mix of walnuts, cashew, hazelnuts. I like to use
You know what I like about this? You know every single ingredient that's in your bread. Look at that.
Seeds, because that way you get a mixture of all the different types of seeds with different types of fibers, different protein quantities, different vitamins and minerals. This is like a multivitamin in a whole food sort. I'm using, again, 150 grams of mixed seeds. It's a mixture of sesame, sunflower, pumpkin seeds. This goes into our bowl. Psyllium husk comes from the seed of a plant called the Plantaga
Psyllium husk.
Vata. It is 60% soluble fiber, and this soluble fiber forms a gel in your digestive system. It slows down the absorption of sugars, it improves cholesterol control, and there are even studies looking at improved weight maintenance with this product as well. So
Psyllium fiber.
I'm a really big fan of it for those clinical reasons, but also from a textural and binding perspective. This is going to add a little bit of stretch to the bread. That's going to make it easier to use and easier to hold its shape as well. You'll find psyllium husk in two main forms. There is a flake mixture like this. So this sort of resembles nutritional yeast. This is psyllium husk in its powdered form. So it looks very, very different. So when you're using psyllium husk in a recipe, whether it's this recipe or another one, always go by the gram weight of the psyllium husk. We're using powdered psyllium husk today, and we're going to measure out exactly 35 grams. It's really important because the density of these two different types of psyllium husk are different. So always go by the gram weight. All right.
35 grams.
Psyllium husk. I'm going to add about 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and these are all our dry ingredients, so we're going to mix all these together.
Again, we know what's in the bread. That's a good one.
Before we add our wet ingredients, just so everything gets to know each other. Already, we haven't added any fillers, we haven't added any binding agents, there's no need for any preservatives. It is already far better than any supermarket or market bread that you'll find. We're going to use good quality extra virgin olive oil, anti-inflammatory, vitamin E rich, polyphenol rich. It is my go-to ingredient. 400 mils of water.
3 tablespoons of olive oil, extra virgin.
So I tend to just double check by eye, so I'll put half the amount of water in.
I do the same thing.
And then just give it a mix.
You want to do it a little bit by hand to get the consistency before you start getting too much water in there.
The first time you put water in, you're like, oh my God, it's pooling at the bottom. And then you mix it for a little bit and it just gets sucked right up. And you think, oh gosh, I put too much in. The more you move it around with the spoon or whatever implement you're using to mix it, could be like a wooden spoon, could be a spatula, it gets really thick like cement. And then you realize, I'm gonna put more water in, just like I'm doing now. So this is gonna be the full 400 mils of water. The thing is, when you start making this bread recipe, you can start having fun with it. You can start putting olives into it. You can make capers. You can put sun-dried tomatoes. You could use different herbs like oregano. There's so many different variations
Oregano
on this bread. And once you start making this every single week, you realize it's so much cheaper and so much better for your body. All right, so there's no dry bits now. Every bit of the mixture is coming together, and you'll notice that it becomes really hard to move your spoon or spatula through the mixture. So it becomes
now it makes sense. You can roll it soon.
Sticky on your spoon, and it'll kind of look like overcooked porridge to the point where it's literally stuck to my spoon. The idea of soaking is to increase the nutrient density of the ingredients. It's also to remove some anti-nutrients as well. That's the reason why we soak. This will do better if you soak it overnight. So in an ideal scenario, we would allow this to sit in a loaf tin or in this bowl overnight to ensure that the chia and the other ingredients all break down. In reality, I tend to just let it sit in the loaf tin for around 30 minutes before I pop it in the oven and cook it, because I haven't got time for that. I'm gonna grab my loaf tin that I've put parchment on. I'm gonna grease it. Very
You guys think he's gonna roll it? He's not. He's gonna stack that bread.
important step. With a little bit more olive oil. This is really useful when it comes to taking it out of the parchment, because you don't want the mixture to stick to that. And then I'm just going to go with my hands and create a big ball, and you'll see like it shouldn't stick to your hands that much. It should almost come together like putty. You can even make scones using the same mixture. So just slide it down your hands and then put it flat on parchment paper and it will cook just like a scone. But we're doing bread today. I'm going to pop it in and I'm going to smash it into the sides so it gets into all those different nooks and crannies. So no kneading, no fermenting. Okay, so a couple of top tips to make sure you have the best experience with this loaf. Make sure you push the mixture into every crevice of your loaf tin.
You don't want layers and you don't want separation, so you're pushing that really down tight into the loaf tin.
Put this in the oven at 170 degrees centigrade fan. The heat is going to be able to penetrate across the loaf because it's nice and wide. You can see it looks very neat in this loaf tin because I'm literally pushing it in. You can even use your fist and you can pound it like that. It'll feel like putty.
Easy, right?
That ain't going anywhere. At this point, you can leave it in the fridge overnight for a few hours, but a minimum of 15 to 30 minutes. Whack it in the oven and you'll be good to go. It goes into the oven, 60 minutes. We'll see what's cooking in a bit.
60
So
minutes
that is it.
on
For prep
175.
time, I'm going to pop an hour on my timer, and after 60 minutes, I'm going to take it out of the loaf tin, put it onto the wire rack, cook it for another 15 minutes to get a lovely crust on the outside. And then the most important bit is when you take it out of the oven after
Let
the
it
extra
sit.
15 minutes,
Let
you
it
leave
sit.
it to cool completely before you slice into it. Because the interior will still be a little bit moist, it will continue to cook, and it's really important that you allow it to cool completely.
Now, it's not big slices that we used to, but it still look good to me. I don't know about y'all. Knowing what's in there with the nuts and all of that stuff, imagine how potent this bread is he just made in the kitchen.
Before going anywhere near it with a knife. There you have it. You have an easy, delicious nut, whole grain and seed bread that's gluten-free, it's high in protein and high in fiber. And if you want to make this right now, we've got our PDF that is downloadable for free in the caption. Make it this weekend, you won't regret it.
And you know,
This bread,
and you know how we do. It's going to be in the Discord so you guys can get the ingredients right there. He already said if you want to mix the ingredients, just make all walnut bread, make all pecan bread, whatever you want to do, you can do that. But you know what I liked about it? That's right. Don't it look healthy? Didn't it look good? Yeah, you guys, he pushed it all down, pressed it all down and everything. And tell me that wasn't easy and simple. Yeah, you got to get that psyllium husk instead of that flour. You saw that? I like the way he used all of the nuts and all of that stuff. I like the way, I love stuff like this. That's why I figured, I said yesterday, we'll let you guys get the plain bread with Dr. Eric Berg. And today, we're going to get right back into it with the Doctor's Kitchen and get you guys over to that high protein, gut-friendly bread that you can make in under 10 minutes. That's right, no baking necessary, no baking skills. And it's going to be inside of where? Our Discord, because this has been the health and wellness section at Our Bottom Line. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's keep on going forward because it ain't over. It ain't over. Thought you didn't like the beat. Groove me? Ow. No, it ain't. You already see it. Don't you love four-legged friends, especially when it comes down to our furries, our family members? Check this out. The family came over. Dad was feeling kind of sick. They left. But do you know who the doctor let stay into the hospital? Who did the doctor let stay? That's right, you guys, because it really helps out when you leave the dog at the hospital. Imagine you had to go to the hospital and let your dog hang out with you. That'll keep everything calm and it'll make everybody happy. Let's see what's going on with this story that we got coming in from the dodo. And it's the dog that refuses to leave his dad's hospital bed. Come on in, you guys, let's go. Because we love animals. Let's do it. Let's do what we do.
I was admitted to the emergency room. They discovered that I am in heart failure. Magnus is my cast-trained service dog, so he was allowed to stay with me in the hospital. Having him there just kept me so calm and kept me as relaxed as possible. He was actually in the bed with me. Both of my daughters came and they stayed 100% of all visitation hours that they were allowed to stay. Because of the patient visitation hours, they were forced to leave. Thankfully, though, I have this guy to stay with me in the hospital the entire time. I'm lucky to have this boy. I really am. He made an unbearable situation bearable and more tolerable. For that, I am forever grateful. I really am. It just kept me relaxed, kept me calm, lowered my blood pressure. We were in the hospital for 3 days, so it felt like a lifetime. He still goes with me to every doctor's appointment. I'm covering every base possible because I have 2 young daughters. I need to make sure that I'm around for them as long as humanly possible. We originally adopted him just to be a family pet. My daughter's very severe juvenile arthritis. Just the anxiety and the stress it would cause her. When we adopted Magnus, he would lie right next to her and just calm her down. Getting back to somewhat of a normal life is really the best. He still provides that therapy that I definitely need. He's literally my shadow, so he's never more than a few feet away from me. I could just turn and just cuddle with my buddy. Magnus sleeps in our room, sleeps in our bed. He's literally like a big stuffed animal. I have a gym in my house, so we work out together. It brings me so much joy just to watch him just be a dog, not be a service dog, but just be. I always say life is better with a dog. Magnus exemplifies that every day. Everyone, I think, just gotta, be more like Magnus.
Special thanks to Magnus and Brian, you guys. You know what I'm about to say. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Magnus the Therapy Dog. Magnus the Therapy Dog. We love animals over here, you guys. You know how we do it. You know we ain't ending no segments without having one of our dogs or one of our cats or one of our animals being premiered at the last video. And that's what we're about to do right now, you guys. Y'all know what it is. If you guys are trying to get your business out there, you're trying to get promoted, maybe you might be a lawyer, traveling salesman. I don't know, you might sell, I don't know what, rings to shower curtains. I don't know what your job is, but if you're trying to promote and get it out there, go ahead and send us your promo and we'll put it up in the post notification area right here on YouTube, where there's a possibility of 73,000 plus people seeing it. That's right here on Our Bottom Line. I don't know if you guys made it there, but here's your last chance. That's right. We were and still are giving out Our Bottom Line keychains, 6 of them, as well as Our Bottom Line decals. But we gotta get those numbers up to 300. If we hadn't made it today, we'll be right back tomorrow with the same offer. 300 likes equals 6 keychains and 6 decals. All you gotta do is email me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com, and guess what? We're gonna get the merch right over to you. And guess what's coming up soon? Once we lock in, we're gonna get over there and do that Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search that we're doing in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and in Staten Island, you guys. Also, one person from here will be able to be on the talent show as well. So where we doing it at? Liquor stores, restaurants, all sorts of places that have a liquor license, basically. We're gonna start off in the 5 boroughs of New York, Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. Also, one person from here will be able to compete. And what are we doing? It's the Show Your Talent search, and you guys will be able to win, boom, $250. And guess what? After we get everybody together, we're going to make them all compete for that $1,000 super prize right there. You guys see it. And just like Miss Swanza says, if you want to get lit, you got to drink Big Drip. Go on over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. All you got to do is go to the website. It's two G's and 2 P's. That's what they told me to say. 2 G's and 2 P's. Big Drip. That's right, you guys. Go on over to the website, first page, put your email address inside of the notification area, and we're going to let you know where we're going to be at for the Show Your Talent Talent Search. And if you guys want to compete, come on and be a part of it. That's how we do it. And you know we never get out of here without saying our prayers. We got to get those prayers in the air, because the same way we started is the same way we're going to end the show. So we can get right back here tomorrow for more trending topics, current events, and much, much more with the health and wellness section. So guess what? Let's get those prayers up in the air right now. For everyone that's here, I want you guys to have a safe and a fantastic day. We're praying for every single person here for health, wellness, for family, for love, as well as respect. And guess what? For loyalty too. Miss Swanza, we're praying for you. Scott, who's that? Scott Novak, praying for you. Angels among us. I see you out there, Liberty and Justice, praying for you as well. Viewstar 404, got to get you too. Lala, that's right, the turtle lady. I love you, Lala. I love the fact that you like turtles. Tony Wright, what else? You got Miss Keisha, Lisa, also Miss Swanza. Can't forget about Sam Champion. Who else we got in the building? Jelena, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Your major part. Thank you for being here all the time. King Fire, can't forget my boy Luigi and David. Can't forget about Scott, Miss Keisha, G-Man, Angels among us. How you doing, Angels? What's going on, Mary Tanner? Mark Finley, I see you in the building. Jelena, Angels among us. Got to pray for Chris. Can't forget about Miss Swanza. Also, we got to get Scott in the building. King Rick. Can't forget about Luigi. Can't forget about Yolanda. Who else we got? Mike 123. Want to pray for Casey Ramos, Winter Rising, Angels among us. Can't forget about Teddy, Terry, Miss Johnson, Miss Jackson. Can't forget about Angels among us and Winter Rising. Sam Champion as well. We always get you. I got you, brother. I got you. And you know what? Gonna give a big shout out to that new person right there, Hector Gonzalez, or 1781. Go ahead and get that membership up. Much love to all of us, Scott Novak, definitely. Can't forget about 55. Can't forget about you. You know we gotta shout you out. And guess what? Can't forget about myself, Bugatti NYC. That's right, you guys. Got to pray for me too, because we're going to be right back here for trending topics, current events, and one of our favorite sections, the health and wellness section, right here at 6 o'clock tomorrow. How I always tell you guys, y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me for our bottom line, I appreciate you. So until 6 o'clock tomorrow, we'll be right back here for trending topics, current events, and much more. How do we always say it? Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. 6 o'clock tomorrow. That's right, you guys. Get it back. I'll see you in the morning. Get 'em! Peace.